There's a big fat one, a skinny one, and a medium-sized one.
I love Formula Drift. No stranger to drifting, no stranger to competition.
The pole petition.
This is a stimulator, right? That guy stole my freaking ratchet wrench. I see that. That's mine.
He rejects your reality and inserted his own.
Pilot. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Clippy Point. My name is Captain Ben, and with me I have Mr.
Are you starting with me?
Yeah.
Well, normally you go in a rotation,
Yeah,
buddy.
usually we go in rotation from left to right.
You just
You're breaking
I see
the
where it
rotation.
is. You have favorites. I get
Start with him.
Okay, fine.
No, I don't watch me anymore.
But who's going to introduce themselves for crying out loud? Make up your
Paul
mind.
Murphy.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Perfect. And
Tim Murphy.
all right. And our wonderful special guest who made the effort to make an appearance in person. So our first in-person guest in a long while.
Yes.
Let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Savio Silva.
Hey, where's the
Hey.
plastic? Oh,
You have the-
we can't hear it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, I used to have. You'd have it on.
Oh, yeah, we have it on TV.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's different.
Well, no, because I have a special setup going on, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
First, let's go ahead and start.
Okay. So, where are we starting? Well, I went off my steering wheel.
Yeah,
But
you
wanna
want to
start
start with that?
yeah, no, I don't want to start with that. We're gonna start. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have
You're gonna have to wait, buddy.
my man here made it all the way across the state. He was gonna do it. You were gonna come over, or actually, you're gonna do it over the internet. But then you're like, you know what? I got a better idea. What was your idea?
So today we're gonna throw some picanhas in the grill.
Yeah.
While we do the podcast. Yeah. Well, I owe Tim a couple lunches. He makes the effort to come out to Fort Myers, and I'm always too busy. So I figured I would do a lunch date.
Yeah, it sounds
while
good to me.
Doing the podcast. So
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just to kind of let people know how we've gone above and beyond what we normally do, we actually have a camera on the grill. So whenever we want to switch to it, the master of the grill right here is going to display his abilities for everyone to see live tonight. So let's go back to the action. So Tim, let's go ahead.
All right. So, let's start off because, you're a guest. So, our focus today is on the man that I've known for quite a while. And just seeing you grow from starting to learn how to drift and just going down to PB or whatchamacallit, going to Palm International Raceway and just freaking going balls to wall and just going as fast as you can and, going off the track sometimes. I'm like, who is that guy? He's going fast. Oh, there he goes. And then just being able to build a relationship with him over the years, I really don't think I could do it any justice. So I guess my first question to you is what got you started into drifting?
all right. So drifting for me, I've always been a adrenaline junkie, big time. So I did wakeboarding, I did motocross, autocross, I did trail riding, and I broke a collarbone and I tore MCL. And what was it? 2014, and they kind of put me out at Bartow, the Bartow MX track. So that kind of put me out, and I needed the,
Right.
I needed the rush.
Right.
And then Duarte, me and Duarte have been friends for a very long time. He's always been into BMWs, as we all know, And he was like, "Hey, I think I'm buying an M3, and I'm gonna start drifting." And I was like, "Okay." So he bought it, and right after, I got better from my injuries, and I found an S14 with our SR20, black top, and from there it was the first time I went out to the track, and that was it.
What was your first drift event?
It wasn't even an event. So I bought the car.
Okay.
I dropped off at the shop in Fort Myers, which Chris Steyer, Magic Man.
Okay.
Magic Man worked at the shop then. And we did all the little eBay stuff kind of deal.
Hey, you're on a budget.
Put it on, and
Yeah.
then we went to Three Palms.
Oh,
Private.
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Really?
private.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we go to Three Palms, and we have a buddy of ours there. He's like, listen, whatever you do, just try here, there, but don't try to mungie. Don't do nothing crazy.
Right.
So my first time
How'd that go?
driving, I hit the lower bank, and I mungie, and I go straight to the wall. Yeah.
You went into wall. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went to the wall at my first event at Three Palms as well.
At Three Palms, yeah.
Well, Three Palms, that's
It wasn't. It was Punta Gorda Speedway
Gorda,
at, the-
yeah.
at, the-
Oh.
at that time.
Was it the same track, though?
It was
Same
Three
track.
Palms then.
No. When he crashed was in 2006.
No,
before,
yeah, no,
okay.
He
this
crashed
was
in 2006. He
yeah,
put a,
that's crashed. So, but my very first event was there during a Nopi licensing. I didn't go there for the licensing thing. There was no events, and I was driving RX-8, and I went to the wall my first event. Same track. What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah, so that was my first event which was a private day, and after that it's just been like an addiction,
Yeah.
And it's a healthy addiction though.
It is.
Yes.
It's safer than motor. So I didn't know you motocross did all that because we talk
we've kind of
often.
established that people that do motocross drive a lot more aggressive than people that do not have not done motocross.
Yeah. So I started pretty much, it was trail riding, a lot of trails. I come from a background where my father rode bikes, my uncles, cousins, and I started riding bikes in Brazil when I was very young.
Okay, so you didn't grow up in Florida.
No. I moved here when I was 12.
Oh, okay.
Actually, to Massachusetts when I was 12.
Massachusetts?
And then, yeah.
That's
I lived, yeah.
Okay.
I did 4 years there, and I moved here in 2006.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I lived there for 4 years. I got the nice cold weather.
Yeah, that's. I would like Brazil to Massachusetts.
Yes,
But hey,
Yeah.
we're glad to have you back. So, so you got most of your competitive experience at a young age doing motocross, and you believe that, like we mentioned, has a lot to do with your style of driving.
Yes, most definitely.
What is it about it?
So, I mean, like a motocross for me was coming in a turn, and when you're full throttle and you're hanging, your leg is out and you're hanging, you're just hoping for the best, and you just burn every corner. It was the rush, the adrenaline right there for me was, and then the doubles. You see me weighing 280 pounds hitting the triple. Like you see me in the air just, keep going.
Just going.
So the adrenaline was amazing. But when I fell, because I'm a big boy,
Yeah.
I fell hard.
Well, you lost a lot of weight since I first met you.
I did. I lost. I gained some. It's an up and down.
That's my whole life right there, bro.
It's an up and down.
Okay.
So then that for me was like I was very attached to that. That adrenaline was good, and then drifting was the same thing, but it was safer.
Yeah.
I was inside a car and strapped down.
For you.
For
a
me.
lot of people that are just getting it don't go in
Don't
from
feel safe in the car.
Don't
when
feel
they're-
safe.
when
I
they're
mean, you
going
have
against-
to be adult about everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You
Yeah.
have to, like, if you want to have fun and you don't want to get hurt, you get the right equipment.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't put yourself in harm ways purposely.
Right.
So, and then from there, it just took off, and it motivated me a lot. Drifting motivated me a whole lot. A lot. A lot of people don't know, but it's okay. Drifting takes a lot of money. Okay. In order to make money, you got to have a drive.
Yeah.
Right. You got to have a drive to work.
Yes.
You don't work your regular 9 to 5.
Right.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
No.
So every time that I wanted something for the car, I had to make an adult decision. So I got to invest on my business. I got to do something at my house so I can put something in the car, and I try to balance. So because I wanted to get better parts and get better at the sport, and I knew how much it cost, I just work harder. Harder.
Right.
And throughout the process, I was able to, build something and keep building the cars and meeting everyone that I've met and just keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, that's the thing we talk about a lot too, and I think it's one of the things that I'll tell a new driver when they're trying to ask questions. Oh, what got you into drifting, or how should I start? For instance, I had my 350Z and I sold it to a Taylor. I don't want to say Tyler. No, it's Tyler.
You sure?
No. Anyways,
Tyler. It's Tyler.
Yeah, I
Tyler
feel bad.
Rips.
Tyler Rips. Yeah, you're right. Tyler Rips.
I got your brain for you.
Thank you. He got my brain for me. He's my memory bank. He came from motocross background, and he is in his mid-30s, and he's like, I've always seen it, and I've always wanted to do it. And he bought my car, and I said, listen, it's turnkey. You don't need to do anything to it. It's ready. AC works. You can hot lap it. It puts down good power, more than enough to learn on. And then he was just picking my brain on stuff. I was like, listen, stay with this car. I go, this is actually more than what I usually recommend people to learn on. I go, but if you have the money and you go at it, go at it. And I just told him, hey, listen, these are some things to do. But I said, as you improve, because he asked me, well, how much does it cost to do an event? I said, as you improve, your car has to, as you evolve as a driver, your car has to evolve with you, is what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
So as you evolve, so you have to make that money to progress, because now the event that you'd go and bring used tires, like back in the day, would get some used tires. You spend
$15 a piece.
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
those times.
yeah,
bro.
like maybe $500 in, because you're gonna drive there, drive back if you have a trailer, whatever. Maybe $1,000, right? And now, how many laps do you get on a set of tires?
So depending on the tires.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say 2 laps, 2 full laps.
Yes, so 2 full laps.
Yeah. And a new set of tires.
Yeah,
right?
and right. So I'm saying,
and
a brand new set of tires. So
Yeah.
that's not an easy question to answer to anybody. How much does it cost to drift? I said, it's going to
Depends on what you're comfortable. I mean, it depends on what you're content with, right?
Yes, because you
know,
could.
You can be content with 180 horsepower and not making any smoke, and just getting around the track and not really tandeming, or you could be more content with like a 350Z with 300 horsepower and
Which was
running
the
265s or something like that.
right, which is the reasoning behind a seat-time car.
Yep.
Do you have a seat-time car?
I do.
What's your seat-time
It's
car?
my Corvette.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
I love
Betty.
that Corvette.
So how was
The
that
Rick and Morty event.
I love
Okay.
the back of that car.
Okay, before we get into the vet, so okay, we talked about what guys started into drifting, but let's talk a little bit more about what also you're part of, which is DriftHQ.
Yes.
And the formation of DriftHQ.
So DriftHQ, I am a former owner. I am a event organizer and a driver.
Right.
And some people like to say I'm the chef for the crew. I cook for the crew. And
And you're more than that.
yeah, a little bit more relations.
yeah.
A little bit more. So DriftHQ was definitely a great experience for me. When it was just 2 stages of it. The first one it's what got me into drifting, and then the second one, when we sat down and said, let's take this to another level. It showed me, and it gave me more motivation, and also taught me a whole lot. It taught me that if I thought I worked hard, that was nothing.
Right.
That was nothing. So Duarte, the mastermind behind everything, always very genuine about everything, always showed and teach me everything he could. So it was definitely a very good experience, a long run. And we were able to do something that a lot of people hasn't done, and we were able to give back to the community. Our main focus in the beginning wasn't just take. It still isn't just take.
No.
It was more giving back.
No, because you guys bring that rig out, and a lot of times it costs you money.
So I'm gonna tell you this, and I could be wrong, but last time we searched and researched and looked into it, we were the first organization that did a free drifter event, completely free. This was a Immokalee.
That was Immokalee, yeah, I was there.
Immokalee. So at Immokalee, and I'm telling you this because I'm the man behind the events. I personally bought about 800 hot dogs and 800 burgers, and about, I would say, 1,800 water bottles and 1,800 Gatorades in between different flavors.
Right.
For the event, we had 165 drivers.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
You remember?
Yeah. It was
165 drivers, and we hosted the event completely for free. Everyone came in, they ate, they drove, and they left happy.
Oh wow!
Like, I have yet to find another organization that has done that.
Crazy. Well, I mean, it's not financially smart. It's not.
It's
financially for most people. That's a lot of money to put up, not expect anything back.
It is, but in every business,
There's
scared money makes no money.
Well, absolutely.
Every business, if you don't put in, you
That's
won't
true.
get back.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
that's in that aspect. You're right.
yeah. So we were focused on giving back, and then the first event, and what I loved about the most is whenever we talk about 165 drivers,
Yeah.
in a track, like, oh yeah, sure, must have been chaotic. No,
Yeah.
no, and everybody went and came home with no tires.
Yeah.
Not because the ground wasn't the most perfect.
Right,
it was
right.
because
They
they
got
got
to
to
see-
drive.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
they got to drive. People would pull up and it's like, oh, this is my first event. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the speed here is this much.
Right.
If he spins out and someone's close to him, it's gonna be, it's gonna bend a fender,
Right,
a
right,
tie
right,
rod,
right, right.
and okay. So they'll come in and they'll start the solo classes, right?
Right.
And then next time you know, hey, so I'm gonna send someone behind you. No, I'm gonna send someone behind you. Just keep driving.
Just keep driving, right?
So everyone that showed up in the morning
Right.
driving solo, they left on tandems.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we didn't rush, but it was
No.
kind of like just give a little space. We gave them the confidence that they could try.
Right.
You know, so from there was a lot of people that just like it went viral because everybody loved how
Right.
we did it. You know, a lot of places love to, you know, you have to stay on B class for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And I've heard stories that I'm like, what? I get it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but also there is the reason why the takeover is because people don't allow that to happen anymore.
exactly.
You know, like there's a little bit of that as well,
Mm-hmm.
where they don't just push the new driver to go ahead, let's give it a try. Let me teach you.
Right.
Let me give you some tips. And that's what we did. We put drivers to help other drivers the first
Right.
time there.
That's important.
We would explain, hey, listen, I love to do this. Hey, look, I saw you doing this. Try this. Try that. They'll come back. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you very much. I'm
Right.
like, bro, I did nothing. It was just, I saw you making a little mistake. And I think if you do this, it'll turn out better. So that right there, it just kind of helped us, you know, put us in a map of what we do. You know what I mean?
No, I remember, and everybody was always, oh, when's the next one? When's the next one? But like you said, there was an investment in there, but it is a big investment, right? You're investing in the company, but you're also investing in the scene.
Of course.
So now you're with Duarte. You guys are starting DriftHQ, and one of the things I know I've always respected you for is how hard you work. And people that may not know, they maybe just think, oh, well, he did all this DriftHQ. No, you do a full-time job.
Yeah.
And what do you do for, like, what's your 9 to 5?
Okay, so what's a 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My 5 to 9.
Yeah.
5 to 9. 5 in the morning to 9 at night.
I started very young on the granite countertop business.
Okay.
I was 15 when I was first introduced. My stepdad, my brother were in the business, and that's when I met Duarte. I was 15 when I met Duarte, and it was in the same industry. And then after that, I just kind of worked for different companies. And when I turned 19, 20, I decided to work for myself, and I look forward and I never look back.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
And then it's
Right.
just, and I mean, you know, I love to communicate. I
Yeah.
love the hugs. I love the smiles.
Right,
I
right,
love
right.
the, you know, and getting new contractors is just that. It's making new relationships.
Right.
So I kind of benefited from it, you
Right.
know? And
Right. Carries over. You're able
Yeah.
to take that experience. And I think that helped me too, because I've always, me and my brother have been always involved in air conditioning.
Yep.
So you have to do this face-to-face interactions with people you don't know. So you have to not politically correct, but you have to be professional at
Yes,
all times.
yes.
But you still you can't be dry and because people can smell like a salesman.
yes.
And I work with some of those, right?
Yes.
Like this guy, you can tell he's a salesman, and people know him as a salesman, and they don't want to hang out with him. But then you get those other that you build that relationship
Yep.
where you can call them up and say, "Hey, idiot, what are you doing on the phone?" and just laugh it off because you know you have the relationship.
I have contractors that that no longer does work with me, but we're still friends.
Right.
Yeah.
That, you know, that he still calls me, hey, what do you think about this? Hey, what do you think about that? You know, so
Yeah.
so I love that. So me enjoying that and me being the person that I like to be, and it just helped me, you know, and it is a full-time job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's no 9 to 5. It's
Right.
talking about 6 to 8, 6
Yeah.
to 9.
Good life.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
you
on
know.
top of that, you're trying to build DriftHQ with Duarte
Yes.
and Drift
And drift. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
and
yes,
build
yes.
your car.
So I have it actually brings something that I've been meaning to talk about, and I'm sure this is the place. Is a lot of people just, you know, they see someone driving, they're like, oh, I've seen that guy, but he has this car, and you know, why does he make these mistakes here and there? Like, not a lot of people know this, but me and Duarte didn't really get to drive a lot. We never got to drive a lot.
Yeah.
Right. You're
You
either
know,
doing
we
events.
did what we could.
Yeah.
We did what we could.
get a
But
couple laps in, and that's it.
it's every time that we were posted as DriftHQ, we were businessmen. You know what I'm saying? And then we had to sacrifice
Yeah.
in one end to be able to get on the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're getting to drive a whole lot more. And I'm sure everyone is ready to see what we're about to bring to the table, because now we're having the chance to drive. And
Yeah.
we're just, if everyone's been following throughout the year, and from how we drove last year to how we're driving now, from one event to another, the progress is
Night and
insane.
day. Yeah.
It's night and day.
I could totally relate to you because and my
When
brother
we
as
used
well.
to run events. Yeah. No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No,
No, go ahead.
Make up your mind.
Make your mind.
We used to run events down in
Come on.
Freaking county line dragway.
You need me to help you with your memory?
Yeah.
County line. I wish I drove county line, bro.
So it was a piece of junk.
But
But it was our piece of junk.
It
It was our nice little piece of junk, which was nice. But so we used to run events all the time, and all the work that goes in, people don't know. Unless you run an event, you don't know all the work that goes in getting up early, getting the track set up. I mean, that track it's a lot to set up too.
Yeah.
Rolling out, because we'd roll out trash cans to protect the audience.
Yeah.
With
I
warning
watched
tape.
some videos.
Yeah. You saw some videos. Yeah. We had one get shot into a crowd once.
Yeah.
By,
Yeah, Bert.
What?
That was Bert.
Bert shot one. Yeah,
think
Dayron shot one too.
Yeah, Dayron.
Yeah. But that we never got time to actually drive ourselves.
We do an event for everybody else, so we're
Yeah.
not driving.
Yeah, I think one time we did like the day after the event, which the event was on Saturday. We did like an appreciation day for all the track helpers. We let everybody slide, and that's the only time we ever actually slid.
Like we did 2 different layouts. We did the first left and the second left. I never drove the second left ever, and we've ran events for what, 8 years?
Yeah.
9 years. Never.
I drove it once.
He drove it once, and it was raining like crazy.
Yeah, it was raining. Yeah.
So I never got to do the second left because in order to do second left, they had to move barriers and everything. So
We only did it for like a competitions.
we did it for the competitions, and I never got to do it once.
He was just worried about the KP zone. That's what it is.
You know KP?
KP, yes,
Kevin
I do.
Phillips?
Yeah.
He had
He
his
had his own.
He had his own zone.
What do you mean he had his own?
He had his
zone?
own
But we
zone.
had the track was like we were running that track for so long. Each zone had its own little name, so
Yes.
he actually earned that one zone with his name on it.
How did he earn it, Ben?
Oh, well, I don't want to switch the camera, but okay. Basically what happened was, because it's just a word position. We had, so it was a long straight down to a long, kind of another long straight going left. And it just so happens was his 350Z, he just went into it so fast that talking about the garbage cans, they were positioned offside of the track.
Like
but
10
not at
feet.
the edge. No, even further away from the edge of the track. So it just so happens that we made the mistake of saying like, oh, no one's going to hit this.
Oh gosh,
You know what I'm saying?
And he
It's
did.
like, oh, we set up the track in a way where it's going to
nobody can
be
hit
safe for people. And like, oh, no one's going to hit it. No one's going to be that ridiculous. Well, it just so happens that Kevin Phillips just decided to defy all the odds and just go in through that course so fast that he went off the track and into it and made contact with one of the garbage cans that was out there. But he did it in such a particular way that the right side mirror got hit and the glass itself went into the cabin. And because he had his helmet visor open, the glass went and hit him
In the face.
Holy.
No.
Hence, well, on top of that, not only did he just like go back and we had to fix the track and everything, but he went back and he went around the pit area showing everybody, like, did you see what happened with like this rag and the blood and everything? Just showing everybody what occurred. And so ever since then, it was known as the KP zone.
Yeah,
and
KP zone,
we made it a spectacle. We made it a highlight. And he ran with it.
You got Ben on the mic saying the KP zone. Everybody,
Yeah, so it took off after that. Yeah.
We had the slithering straight. We had the
second turn trap.
Second turn trap. Yeah. We had
different names for it. I mean,
everything.
that's what we had,
Yeah,
right?
it was a fun.
At that time, we couldn't afford to go to OSW. Or we'd go to CFRC was the thing back then.
I never got to drive that too. I wish I did.
I got to drive it a couple times. It was fun. It was fun because we did the aftermath events there with the FT guys. But anyways, going back to your point, is we could relate because we go there, and I think the only time we really ever got to drive when we would do a drift event every other night for $25 to drive. And it was a skid pad, second,
it was a small,
second gear.
Not even
but
a OSW.
everybody would come, and it came to be just a hangout spot where we can come there and we can drift. It wasn't even about the track being anything great or spectacular. It was just about, hey, we can slide a little bit and just hang out, and we would just
Have a good time.
Yeah, have a good time. So I could totally relate. So you working like crazy, not just with DriftHQ, with your program, and also your business. How was transitioning in? At what point in your drifting career did you decide you want to start competing?
Well, I can't say everyone, but a majority of the drivers, when they go in, they have that, I want to be a pro driver. You know, it's that okay. This is what I want to do, and I'm gonna do this. You know, I'm in 2 years I'll be driving on pro spec, and everyone when they get bit by the bug, that happens. You know, and that happened to me, and But the beauty about this is that like the financial mistakes I made was my choice. It wasn't me trying to chase, because when I first started drifting, the first year we took fellow in 2-3 rounds, right? So I could see what it cost to do a round of FD, a proper round.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
Not to get by, to do a proper round.
Right.
I could see it. So that opened my eye, where now I was no longer blinded by the fantasy of just becoming a pro driver.
You had it, yeah.
It was more of, okay, I like it, I enjoy it, I'm just gonna make the best out of it, and I'm gonna keep just trying to become a better driver and better my car. And I just kept doing my swaps and my this and my that, and just kept going forward.
Yeah, but you're able to use that experience to gain insight.
Yes.
To see what it actually takes, because a lot of people go into competition blind. One, they focus most of their effort on private days, right? And haven't been around the huge crowds, because people do get nervous driving in front of a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So being able to have that insight is great, and to be able to build off your program from that, because like I said, you're going to these events, you're seeing what the ups and downs, right? A lot of struggles, trying to make it through, and still be able to say, hey, listen, I know it's going to be hard work, but you're used to hard work, and it's going to take money. But I guess you just said, that's what I want to do.
Yep.
So what do you have an end goal? Are you trying to go for FD, or are you just taking it one season at a time?
So drifting for me, it's no longer just a hobby. It's just a sport that I like to do, and I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. So I'm going to go where it takes me. I just want to drive. So I want to drive here. I want to drive in Brazil. I want to drive in Japan. I want to drive Europe. I want to drive in DR. I want to drive Puerto Rico.
Right.
I just want to drive. And if me driving, and to get better, I have to compete.
Yes.
I have to drive against better drivers, which clutch kickers is. It's
filled a gap.
Yes, it's perfect right there. And the competing is gonna come.
Yeah.
You know, and if it comes down to driving FD, I know what it takes. I know how much it takes for a program to go and win. Yeah. And we keep working, and if the time comes, I believe we'll be ready. Yeah. We'll go and see what we can do.
If that order opens up, you're going to go right through it.
Yeah, most of it. I can't say no, because if I didn't have the plan to maybe one day drive, I would have just kept my car a little bit more simple than what the car is right now. You know, so.
Yeah. So I think that's another thing. I think that's great what you're doing also, because how many drift weeks have you done?
I did 2.
Okay, and how was that experience?
Oh man. Drift week.
Every time we see it, we're like, we want to do that.
So Drift week is definitely a experience. Yeah. It's amazing. It is. Just imagine 15 days of you and the homies,
right?
Yeah,
going to one place, hopping in the cars, and okay, now let's make it to the end. You know. Yeah. So my first Drift week, my Corvette broke. We're in the middle of Walla Walla. I love the title. I love to say Walla Walla. Walla Walla track is insane. It's the villain's track.
But where? What state?
Don't ask me that.
I'll look it up.
Look it up.
Washington? Yeah. Walla Walla, Alabama.
Yeah, Walla Walla is Washington. It's only Walla Walla.
No, I don't even think that is a thing. I think I just said it. You just
Walla Walla, Washington is a thing.
I don't.
I know.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Maybe it is.
Okay,
was it cold?
It was not.
Oh,
no. Actually, no. It was warm during the day and chilly at night.
Oh, maybe it was Washington. I don't know.
So like it's, I had to find the U-Haul trailer in the middle of nowhere.
Washington.
Then it is then. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
So in the middle of nowhere, I had to find a trailer, and I actually found a trailer at this one place.
Wait, hold on a second.
To trailer the car because the car broke.
But so what do you have a trailer with?
That's what I'm saying. You have to figure it out. Either you fix it.
I got the trailer.
No, we had a truck.
Oh, you did have a truck. Okay.
Because of the parts truck, we had a truck. We had to pull it.
Okay, yeah.
You know, for the van, we had to pull it. So we were able to throw it in the trailer because it was broken. But if it's not broken, you drive the whole way.
Okay. So you bought a trailer?
No, I rented.
Oh, you rented.
But we found a U-Haul trailer, a small U-Haul trailer, in a little place that sold flowers, honey. Okay, and it just happened that he had one U-Haul truck and that one trailer on the side that he also rented.
Oh wow!
Yes,
wow. He just had it for you.
How was that paperwork?
Oh my god! No, it wasn't crazy though. It wasn't crazy at all. but it just saved my life because otherwise I would have stayed behind 2-3 days.
Yeah.
You know, and that's this on the second trip. And the first day when we get to park, I'm supposed to go and test the car. Had never driven the car, never drifted the car. We got the car done, the Corvette done. We unloaded, and I broke the diff and the tranny on a Thursday. Yeah. Drifting on a Thursday, and Drift Week starts on a Friday. So on Thursday at 1 o'clock, we go all the way up to what was it? Past Seattle. The track, Evergreen track.
Oh,
Evergreen
okay.
track.
Oh,
we
okay.
went right by Tori's at Tori. Shout out to
Oh
Tori.
yeah, because that's only on the West Coast, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So we drive 3.5 hours, and then three and a half hours there. We use Tori's lift. So we use Tori's lift. We change the diff, the tranny, and then we drive back. We literally get to park at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're starting to do the ride out to the meetup place to then drive. Like the first 2 days were insane. And then the car broke again. So, Drift Week is, you have to build something that's going to last. If you're not sure, then you better be ready to fix it.
Right.
And of course, I have a great crew.
Yes,
You know, you got Magic
absolutely.
Man, you got Cricket Duarte, he's a mastermind of finding things. You want to find something? Don't hit him up. He's going to. But he knows everyone, and you know what I'm saying? So it's key to have a good group.
Yeah, no.
Because you have to make
That support system. Yeah.
I believe the last one in New Jersey, they allowed trailers because of some of the tracks were caged only, so you were able to bring an extra car and stuff like that.
Okay.
But with the ones I did was driving from track to track. So I did two, and
That's why it
it's
seems
amazing.
like that's the best fun.
No,
That's
it's
the most fun
amazing.
because that brings back that old school,
driving to a track.
driving
Yes,
to
We
a
used to
track.
drive to Catalan all the time.
Look,
but
and driving all day, you put in about, I'd say like 7 to 80 laps in the first 4 to 5 hours of drifting.
Okay, so you guys lost seat time.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I have the seat time that I have in the Corvette.
Do they bring tires there? Or you got to bring your own tires too.
We shipped tires there. Actually, we brought some and shipped some. Yeah, because we brought the cars up. Cricket drove the trailer with the three cars
do
on
you have
top.
to tow your own tires?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
frick.
Actually, no. Aaron allows you to put, I believe it's 6 wheels or 6 tires in the main trailer, and it brings place to place.
okay,
But you got to you have to, if you want extras, you put it in your car. A lot of the
Yeah.
car has tire racks. A lot of car has a small trailer in the
Right,
back.
right.
Yeah. So it's definitely a challenging, but it's so much fun. You drive, you go, and then you have a day and a half to go to the next location. There's a bunch of fun things to do, a bunch of driving, like different mountains and
Right.
waterfalls.
Oh, that's like you said. Your point. You want to drive in all these different environments because it's going
Yes.
to challenge you as a driver.
Yes. And then you go to the track, you drive all day, and then the same night right there, if you're not staying on that track for 2 days, you got to pack everything, and then you drive another maybe 6 hours, maybe 8 hours, depending when the next stop is. Yeah. So it's definitely a must. Seat time is insane. You will not get any seat time anywhere else on a short period of time like it is.
What kind of advice would you give somebody that is planning to do Drift Week, provided they can get in, but to prepare for that, what would you like if you had to give them one piece of advice? What would you tell them?
It's just planning, pretty much. You find a group, and you gotta get your Airbnbs, way ahead.
Right.
Hotels. You find a group of friends. Let's say 3, 4, maybe 5 cars, and then you just figure out that 5 of you guys can stay in 2 rooms or in an Airbnb,
Pre-plan.
and you pre-plan everything. You make sure your car is reliable, 100% reliable. And you just go and have fun.
Okay.
There's not much to it. As long as you have a reliable car and you can plan the trip so you don't struggle, you're good.
Okay. So, talking about driving in different places, you've never drifted in Brazil?
I have not.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. And where from Brazil are you specifically?
So I am from northern of Brazil.
Okay.
My state's probably the closest state to Florida, kind of deal on it. And it's hot, very hot. So Florida for me is like normal.
Right. Because you're
home.
Yeah, it's like home, just like home. Do they have what racetracks they have over there?
Oh, they have a bunch.
Yeah?
They have a bunch. They have throughout the whole country now, actually. It's growing very fast over there.
Yeah.
The drivers are really good. The cars are getting better and better. The tracks are getting even more crazier, one after the other.
Yeah, we're seeing drivers come over from Brazil
Yes,
more than
yes.
ever. And last year, what was the name of we had a drive? It was more of a an influencer, like what was his name?
Yeah, no,
he
he
came over from
competed-
Brazil.
Renato?
Renato
Garcia.
Garcia,
Yes. He's a big influencer in Brazil.
He is.
Yeah.
And so you come from around his area?
No,
or-
no. He's from south. He's from the south.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm from the north.
All right.
opposite ends.
So if anybody over there watches, maybe they could fly you down and give you a car.
Yeah, no, I mean we have we do
I'm just trying to,
we have
give
already
them a plug.
we have no we
you do?
have 6 350Zs waiting for us in December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
there's
So this is something that's gonna happen
yeah,
soon.
you know Sergio, the gentleman that has the green IS 300 now.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
drove US Drift.
Yes.
So Sergio, he owns Drift Show in Brazil.
Oh, okay.
And he's got a ton
Does
of
he
cars.
live here? He lives over
He lives there. He
Oh,
lives there.
okay.
He's just coming to drive.
Oh,
Yeah, so he has about 6 350Zs for us there, and December 10th we're supposed to go. It's on the works. It's more of a we're going than we're not going.
right.
But it's just a matter of waiting.
What's
to
the name?
go,
Of, what's the
kinda.
name? What's the name of his shop? Maybe give him a little shout out.
Drift Show.
Drift Show.
Yeah, Drift Show.
And Instagram Drift Show.
Yeah, Drift Show.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sergio.
SHOW, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Drift Show.
I never know.
Yep.
It's everything's, people spell things differently. You never know. You just ask.
He's a
was
good
your-
driver. He's a very good driver.
What was your favorite track on Drift Week?
Favorite track in Drift Week. So Walla Walla. Definitely
Walla
favorite
Walla.
track. Yeah, it's the Villains Drift track.
Okay, that's
It's
a villain.
nice. Yes,
Okay.
yes. It's
Okay.
it was tight to see the event organizer hanging on the wall,
Yeah.
going crazy. yeah, it
Yeah,
was
'cause
it was
that
tight.
track was designed for drifting, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So.
so-
That was the track that was built by the community,
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it was
really
pretty
cool.
cool. And the track was fresh too. It was recently built when we got there. It got modified, so it was definitely one of the best tracks. And oh my gosh, it's fun. It's
Gotta
definitely
do that
fun.
one time.
Yeah, that I mean, of course,
That in
Run
Japan.
the,
Japan.
you gotta run the wall. You have
the
to
wall.
run the wall. Yeah, you gotta run the
you
wall.
have to run in somebody else's car. Okay, so definitely, but you've been to Japan or no, not yet?
I have.
Oh, you have.
Yes,
so I haven't
yes.
even been yet. That's like
No,
our,
that's
it's like our
like-
dream still.
yeah.
I don't know.
Japan was an experience, man. Japan.
But you didn't get
was
to drive over
definitely-
there?
I did.
Oh, you did get to
Yeah.
drive. Oh, okay.
We stayed 15 days. there.
Oh, freaking
And had that. So who'd you go with?
So it was
Duarte.
the family.
Yeah, of course,
DriftHQ.
okay.
Me, Duarte, Chris, Alex O. Who else? Len. I think that was it. Yeah, it was all of us. We stayed with Wagner Sukikawa. He is
Okay.
also Sukikawa Sukikawa Body Work. I believe
Okay.
that's his Instagram. Sukikawa.
Okay.
Very easy to spell. Sukikawa. Figure it out.
Yeah. That's just
Yeah,
spelled as it sounds.
Sukikawa he's Brazilian as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
wow.
Brazilian. So after the war, a lot of people
You guys taking
migrated.
over the world.
Kind of. Hey, there's a lot of us everywhere.
Yeah,
bro.
I know.
So they migrated, and then after everything was calm, some went back to Japan, some didn't.
right.
So then they left a lot of Japanese in Brazil, and a lot of Brazilian came back to Japan. You know, so he owns a body shop there, and he buys and sells. He does a lot of body work for cars, and had been buying parts from Duarte. We became friends, and we planned the trip. And this man made me feel like I was a king for 15 days.
Oh, awesome.
Oh my gosh, you kidding me? The cars, he had 2 cars for us.
Oh, wow.
He had 2 cars. He didn't let us rent any cars. He had 2 cars. He had a JZX, I think it was the JZX 100 and a R34 4-door Skyline.
Oh, it's
with
like,
the
that's
RB
my
on it.
dream.
It is.
That's my dream.
Yeah,
The 4-door
it was fun.
34.
The RB was bone stock,
Yeah.
and then the JZX was definitely had what was it? Had wheels. It had a little angle kit. It had suspension, mini angle kit suspension. It was definitely fun. So we shared the car. We stayed in Nagoya. We didn't go to Tokyo. We stayed in Nagoya, but Nagoya was literally like an hour and a half from 3 of the tracks that we went. We went to Suzuka Twin.
Okay.
We drove Suzuka Twin.
That's fast,
Bro,
right?
I put about 72 laps on the RB.
Oh,
Hold
wow.
on, 72 laps, and I have videos right here that I can show you 72 laps on the RB on the R34 because it was stock. Everyone's
yeah.
like, oh, I'll drive the other one. I'm like, no, give it to me.
Give it to me,
So
right.
me and Alex Ho kept going back and forth, and the fun. I'm gonna show you the video after because it's all you could hear was. Bro, literally, like this long straightaways, it was just me, floor down, just
Yeah.
mungy, left and right, running walls, and I had a blast.
Yeah.
That for me was like a drifting school.
Yeah.
Like I went from having this V8 modded full angle, this and that to right hand drive and very limited on the accessories.
Right.
But we had a blast.
Having to make it work.
Yes, we had a blast.
Was that the first time ever driving a right-hand drive car?
Yes.
See, I've never even drove one, so I wonder.
How's that
How
transition?
long did it take to get transition?
It's fast.
Yeah?
It's fast. Yeah, it's pedals are the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of you
Just
switching
use
gears with the left
hand,
instead of
yeah.
the right, and then the hydro to the left. You get used to it after a while.
I was
you
wondering about
after-
the position of the car just being different. I just
So the first day, I can't remember. God damn it, I feel bad because I don't remember the track. The first day, Tsukikawa put like a little event for us, gave a bunch of stuff out to the people that showed up, drivers.
Oh, wow.
And we drove. So everyone's like, "Oh, let's just drive. Let's just have a good time." Like, "Oh, there's a little competition going on." I'm like, okay, and everyone's like, "Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good." I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So I went on the GZX and I tried qualifying my 4th lap on the car, and I competed there and qualified, and then got knocked out. But it was definitely fun. I can say I did it. I competed it. Yes.
Right. That's
I
a lot,
did.
and that's
First day driving a right-hand drive.
Yeah.
and that's the biggest thing is to have the confidence, maybe not even confidence, but just realize how often am I gonna when's the next time this is gonna happen?
Yeah.
So instead of being shy, say, hey, listen, I don't care win, lose, or draw. I just want to compete. I could say I competed in Japan, right?
Yeah.
That's an amazing thing to
I did there, and I did a Suzuka Twin.
Yeah.
And Suzuka Twin, I qualified with the R34.
Yeah.
Nothing but yeah. And then the funny story is that right in the end, Chris is like, "I thought you were gonna blow that motor. You're not supposed to sit on rev like that."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, thanks for letting me know after."
Well, that's they're
funny.
known for that. So what did you I know we're gonna stray off topic here, but I've been staring at this bottle that he brought us, and it's not Gatorade, but he brought us some treats, not just something to drink.
Speaking of that, should I turn the grill on? I think I should turn the grill on.
Well, I'm gonna transition to that. I'm gonna transition to that. But what do you got for okay? So Ben can't really have alcohol.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
he
yeah,
turns
sorry.
into
He doesn't
Crazy
handle
Ben.
it well. He turns a crazy man, and I need to make sure he gets home safe. and Diane would kill me if she
kill
knew.
us.
Yes,
And she gets to see all of us next week.
Yes,
so-
exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
So it's just going to be for me, Paul, and you. We're going to sample this. So tell us, what did you bring us?
Okay, so this right here is
And
cachaça.
pour us.
Yeah, cachaça, which is it's like a sugarcane rum, traditional from Brazil. But this one is special. I got an uncle of mine. He owns like a little bar, and he always mixes his
You got a red
cachaça
shirt,
kind of
so
deal.
you're going to get the red one.
Okay, cool.
He always mixes his own cachaça. He puts a bunch of herbs inside. He
Mm-hmm.
puts.
Don't drink it yet.
I've seen snakes inside bottles.
See, wait,
Snakes?
would you say snakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a snake in this bottle?
No.
Okay.
No, this
wrong?
one.
It's
This
a
one has
Wait, I
the.
can smell it from
This
here.
one has the.
Yeah,
Wait.
Hold
Okay.
on. This one has
You breathe
the.
it.
This one has the ganja leaf.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's just the leaf.
All
Just
right.
the leaf.
Salud.
Salute.
Salud.
Cheers. Cheers, Paul. Cheers. Thank
All
you.
right, Ben.
Ben.
Your imaginary
Ben.
cup.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
Did you shoot that down?
Yeah, that's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do, right?
Oh, no. I shoot that
Oh,
down.
yeah, shoot. Oof. I'm feeling warm
you
and
can,
tingly.
You can taste the sugarcane in the end.
Okay, so he didn't just bring us something to drink. He also, Ben, can you shot over to the grill?
Yeah, I
Well,
can.
there's nothing on it right now, but I'll go ahead and fire it up for you. And
get
then
started.
while you start getting to work over there, I'll open my. Can I open my steering wheel now?
There you go. Let him open the story.
Here's a razor blade. Here's a razor blade.
But let me just let everybody know. I did a poll on Instagram,
Uh-huh.
and I said, hey, because I just didn't want to wait, right? Should
to
I
get
open a
people-
steering wheel? Try to get people to be on my side and say, well, the voters said that I could open my steering wheel. Well, the poll result was that I could open the steering wheel earlier. My wife found out, and she said, no, you said that you were going to open on a show, so she hit it on me. So I
hasn't
haven't
opened yet.
I haven't
No,
opened it
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
I haven't opened it yet. So
I'll say he double taped it, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's
no.
double taped.
My wife, she
Looks like a
verified.
lot of tapes.
My wife, well, that's what
Looks
she.
a little more abnormal. You gonna grab it? Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna grab it. No, let me get the grill started for him real quick.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, let me inspect this double.
You're gonna expect it.
Oh boy. Okay.
Knocking stuff down. Here.
While they're getting set up, let me go ahead and make a couple of announcements. Guys, if you don't know, next weekend, Clutch Kickers Round 4 happening at the Freedom Factory. If you haven't gotten your tickets, be sure to go to clutchkickers.com for all the information, whether you want to spectate or drive. Spots are available, or if you can't make it, you could go over to the Cletus McFarland BaldEagle.com website to get your tickets for the live stream pay-per-view event. You don't want to miss it. It's a repeat of round 2's layout. We didn't get to finish that layout, if you recall correctly, as there was a storm that kind of shut everything down. and now we're gonna actually get to see the result.
Let's try
Hopefully,
this
barring
out.
any further issues.
looked really good.
If Paul if Paul is able to like keep his mouth shut in regards
Hey,
to
shut
the
up.
weather, then we may
Don't blame
be
me
able
for
to
a
actually
hurricane.
have a good event.
No,
so
you
make
actually
sure.
said that.
Hey, don't blame me for a
he
hurricane.
said it. He's like, you know what's
That's
going to
not
happen?
good.
A hurricane is going to go right across Freedom Factory. What happened?
It went right across.
Right across
Yeah.
Freedom. Way to go.
Yeah. Hey, it was my fault.
All right, I'm going to open the steering wheel.
Yeah, open that.
All right, shut your mouth.
All right.
All right. Can you even see
So
me?
okay, so quick backstory, right?
Okay. Is there a backstory?
Yeah, it's a backstory. You requested.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So I'm sorry. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So. So I talked to. We were at Hollyfest. Have you been to Hollyfest?
I have not.
You gotta go.
Next year.
It's insane.
Next year.
You gotta.
I'm trying to work with them. So Holly, hey, I'll let your boy,
Yeah.
the Corvette. I'm trying to work with them.
Yeah,
The
they just did
hospitality was great. Nick Swan was freaking awesome.
Yep.
You guys just did the
Love
announcing.
Nick.
I don't
Yeah,
know
we
if
did
you
the
know.
announcing. They flew us out there to announce.
No way.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh,
to
no,
see
there
it.
was no-
That
there
is
was no
awesome.
There
That
was
is
no
awesome.
live stream. It was just they flew us out there to announce. Me and Ben got to announce the event live.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome. So we got to hang out with Zach and all the guys. I ran into Scott from Grip Royal, and I've been kind of like picking his brain. Hey, you do custom stuff. One day I'm going to reach out to you. And finally, I was like, if I get an E30, I'm going to reach out to you for steering wheel. Of course, I ordered steering wheel before I actually got an E30. But as soon as I
He knew he was going to get one.
I knew I was gonna get it. Like I bought wheels for a car that I didn't buy yet. You ever done that? Yeah.
No.
I have. I have. Like my first set of Advans I bought knowing I was gonna put them on an RX-8. So I was like, I want an RX-8 and I want Advans. I ordered the Advans before I had the car. Anyways, that's just the way. It's weird.
Yeah.
I figure if you order, it's just gonna happen. So anyways, I reached out to him. I said, listen, I want a drift session. We have two different logos. We have the drift sessions, which is straight across, and we have the round logo. I want the round logo for the horn button, and I want a wood steering wheel, E30, kind of keep it classy, and I wanted drift sessions across the engraved on the wood steering wheel.
Okay.
So I sent him the information. I was like, listen, don't send me any proof of pictures.
Just get it done and send it.
Get it done. I trust your work. I want to open it for the first time.
Scott?
on the show. Scott, yeah.
Yeah, love Scott.
Yeah, Scott's freaking awesome. So I don't know if he's watching tonight, but I tagged him in it. If not, we'll make a clip or something. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm gonna open this up. Is that a backstory? Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Cut through the 10 layers of tape there.
10 layers of tape. 10 layers. It's not 10 layers of tape.
Okay. Give me the razor blade so you don't screw it up.
It's warming up.
Okay.
Ooh, I like the
Ooh.
Box.
Box. Oh, receipt.
receipt.
By the way.
Oop.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, here it comes. Come on. I like the packaging. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Hold it up to the camera.
Yeah, hold it up to the camera, buddy. Camera's over here.
Oh, camera's over there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, I see the.
Okay. So
Okay.
here's a drift sessions button.
Oh, cool.
What? Look at that. You can touch
wow.
it. You can touch it.
Jerk.
Yeah, this is tight.
Oh, there's another one. I get my own.
Yeah. No.
There's
Okay.
two.
So he printed out 20 of these.
20 of those? Let me
So
see.
if you want one.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Are you serious? See, that's why I didn't give you one.
I didn't trust you. Cool.
This is like this
Let me
is.
see. Come on, open.
Okay.
Let's see. Don't drop anything.
Bro.
Oh, that's nice. There you go.
That. Oh, it's
That look
on the
good.
back too.
On the back
Oh, it's on the
too.
back too? Cool. As you see it from the front and the
Yeah,
back.
that's tight.
That's sweet.
I like it from the front and the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It'll look nice in
Right,
the
it's
E30.
Anyways,
Yeah. You bet you do.
don't make a reel out of that one. Look
That's
at
not
that.
gonna be real.
Look at that. Where's the camera?
Yeah.
Scott, you,
right here,
you
buddy.
killed it. Scott, you killed it, dude. Look at that.
Awesome.
Look how sick that is.
That's going to look great in the E30.
I'm putting it tomorrow. This will be my first official mod to my E30.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought parts, but I haven't put any parts on
Yeah.
yet.
It's gonna be
This is
the
my
first
I
official
love my
mod.
weird
I like
my wood
it.
steering wheel.
This
Yeah.
is sick. This is
Sweet.
sick. And I told him because he didn't have the chrome. Originally, I wanted the chrome, and he said, I have the chrome or I have the rainbow. I said, don't even tell me. Just send me. I'm glad he picked the chrome.
Yeah.
Because I think with the E30,
Yeah,
the
it
interior
looked
is
better.
beige. That is
Yeah, it looked
baller.
Classy. Yep.
Sweet.
Wow. Sorry. You want to touch it?
Thank
you
you,
want to touch
Scott.
it?
Yeah,
You want
yeah.
to touch it?
Yeah.
You want to touch it?
You want to
What
touch
else
it?
is in
I wanna
there?
see if I
Oh,
wanna
some
get one.
stickers. Stickers are good.
There's a nice moment of silence.
Nice. He gave me some stickers. I don't know
like
if
the
these come
feel
with
of
it, but air freshener.
Oh,
Sweet.
I'm definitely getting one of these.
Well, I got an extra horn button. Good to go. Thanks, Scott. Now I gotta.
Now,
I'm
somebody
not putting it
never.
on the floor. You crazy.
Just check
All
it
right,
over
so
there.
so it's for another shot. You still on yours?
Yeah.
wait, what? You want another shot?
He brought. He's. I mean,
Look at this man.
it's rude, isn't it
Just
rude?
smell this, Ben. Smell it.
No,
Okay.
don't let him smell
Let's
it.
just smell it. Just smell
All
it.
right.
Let's take a big sniff.
Thank you, sir.
It feels like jet fuel going down.
Oh God.
Yep.
Well, so I've been.
You breathe out, you feel like you can light it on fire.
So I've been to Puerto Rico, and my wife has a lot of family, cousins, and uncles and stuff over there. And every time I go over there, they're always, some hair. They're handing me stuff. I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, it's drinking. I'm like, okay, I don't want to be rude. So, and of course, he brought some food. Yeah. So this is like
first time we've ever had
I need
meat.
a fork.
Meat?
Huh?
I need a fork.
He
Oh
needs
no!
a
Okay,
fork.
let me get some.
Yeah, what do you think he's expecting?
Yeah, you tell us what's the matter with you, man?
Yeah. So first time we've ever had meat sitting here in the.
This is the first for a lot
I know. Yeah, the
first-
first person to come in person to interview.
in a while.
In a while.
Who's the last person?
We've had
Ryan
Daring,
Deering, but he came as like a guest. Like
we
a
had
side
Chris
guest.
Jackson, world famous Chris
Well,
Jackson.
Chris Jackson, yeah, but
We had Jeff Abbott one time at your place.
yeah, but those old people are
Right.
pretty local.
True.
He drew for a long time.
Yeah.
regular fork. That's okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
I'm slacking on
I'm gonna throw down
Okay,
the
you
grill.
want to
Quick,
move
let it-
to
Okay.
the grill view?
We got a
or what do you
grill
wanna do?
cam.
do?
We have a grill cam. So
Yeah, let me switch
cut
over
it
to
in and
that.
out to his grill
Hang on,
cam
because I
and
gotta make a quick adjustment over
Is it
here.
hot? Okay.
It's not a
Look at
fire
that.
hazard.
No, it's on.
So if we burn the garage down,
No, it's fine. I got stuff. The gas is on the other side of the
I didn't sign
garage.
any waiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gasoline is on the other side of the garage. We'll be fine.
Look at that, the master at work, the grill master, Smoke Daddies in the house.
Yeah, man. I don't know. This stuff is, I bet you could run your car on this.
This E87.
Oh,
Woo, man.
you like the air moves a lot faster through your lungs with that stuff in it.
All right, so got my steering wheel.
Yeah, I went over this
You
up.
watching the grill?
Yeah, it's on
All
the
right,
grill.
we got the master at work there. So as you can
We
see,
got a picture in picture.
First,
so we-
first
you
you
live.
want to commentate
I want
this?
to commentate.
Yeah,
That's what was on the
commentate, yeah.
screen. Okay, so he's
Yeah.
using his right hand now, and he's is that the
You can't
salt?
put it on the screen.
That's the magic dust. That's the magic dust right there. That's where the magic happens. This is okay. So tell us, can you think they can hear him from over there or no?
Let's see. Well, I don't know. Let me see. Might
No,
have to
yeah.
talk very
Why don't
loud,
you
but like
grab-
towards the mic.
Listen, you guys
we-
are gonna
we
show
do.
my recipe and how I grill to the public like
Grab
that.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us. Can you see us? He's gonna move.
Let me
So
adjust it.
we didn't mention yet. We didn't mention your grilling name. What's your grilling name?
Smoke Daddy.
Smoke Daddy. Smoke Daddy. Okay, so tell us about Smoke Daddy.
Okay, so Smoke Daddy is literally it's like a food program. Have a good time too.
Yeah, that room's kicking in.
So Smoke Daddy is a food program. You go to the track and you spend 2 days, 3 days. Okay, Clutch Kickers 3 days, and you're eating a burger, you're eating a hot dog, and you're running out to a fast food place. And sometimes you get a hot meal on the way home. Sometimes you don't leave until 10, 11 o'clock, and you just want to go to the hotel, Airbnb, take a shower, sleep, come back the next day. Well, Smoke Daddy provides fresh cooked meal on the track. Fresh cooked meals at the track. So it's it works out for everyone. It helps me.
He's able to talk.
Yeah.
He's able to sense
hear
the
it.
grill at the same time.
So I'm able to help other drivers stay hydrated and fed well throughout the event, and I also help my program.
Right.
Every money that comes into it goes straight into my program, and it worked out. Everyone gets to eat a little bit of the food that I eat, which we get.
It's amazing.
It's good. It's I get the proteins, I get the carbs, I get the greens, I get the salads, and I make sure that everyone takes it. And I see everyone eat it. Yeah.
It's like Paul doesn't like the balanced diet. He's like, he's like, what is this green stuff?
Yeah, I'm like, well, I can't eat this. You, here, cow, eat this.
I eat it.
So it definitely it works out for everyone, and so Smoke Daddy is something that I started this year and it worked out. We have about 100 meals sold. Okay, so 100 slots sold per weekend, which is 4 meals per slot per weekend. So it's about 400 to 500 meals per weekend.
So you're working while you're working.
Yes, but I'm kind of detaching myself so I can focus on the driving. But I have my mom and I have my girl that helps.
Oh, okay.
They run. I bring 2 more people to help to cook and grill. And I got the boys, Junior, Mark, that just goes out and brings out the food. They also get to have a good time because they just, who doesn't smile when they're getting food?
I always smile.
You know what I'm saying? So Junior loves it. Junior's like, yo, man, it's the best job. Let me just deliver it, you know? So it kind of, everyone benefits from it, you know? And it's a brand as well. We got shirts. We're going to have shirts for sale.
So Smoke Daddy, do you have a separate Instagram for it?
I do. Smoke Daddies.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So what did you bring for us today?
I brought picanha and linguiça, which is a sausage, Toscana linguiça, and the picanha, which is, it's what I serve every Sunday. Every Sunday I make sure that we have that because my culture was on Sundays. It was family time, family day, and we got to sit around the grill and have a good time as family. So drifting for me is like family at home. I don't have family here. The drifting community is my family. So me doing the steaks every Sunday, and I never change. Every Sunday for lunch is steaks. And it's amazing. It's delicious too.
You brought it to us. I'm gonna let you grill, but I mean he's so good at that you don't even really need to focus on it.
No,
I already finished mine, so
we can sit down. I can come up. And
yeah. Okay, good deal. I need to get something to chase that down. That's burning.
The water. Let me take a water too.
The water, okay.
Please.
What are you doing?
Put it back on the seat.
No, it's not that one. It's his. It's there.
Well, that's his?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was Tim's.
No. Sit back down. I'll fix it. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, no, I have plenty. Oh, this is gonna come off.
I'll take care of it. All right, Ben, talk. Say some words.
Yeah, words.
We got the sizzle cam going.
The sizzle cam. Whoa.
So,
okay.
Then what is who's renting the Corvette? Tell me that.
Oh yeah. All right. So
yeah.
this was recently announced at over at Zachary Poloff from the Clutch Kickers crew has a rent event program where he rents out the vehicle, this like track vehicle, for people to utilize to compete in the Clutch Kickers $100,000 drift series.
Yeah.
We've had already a couple of drivers take part in it with different skill levels, skill sets. We have first round. I think forgot the guy's last name. I think it was Scott something. And then that was the first round. Second and third round, it was occupied by Nate Hamilton. And then for round 4, we're surprised to hear that Dave Egan, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, Dave Egan.
Oh, I was wondering when he was going to come.
Oh, you really didn't know.
Dave Egan.
I like that. I like that reaction.
I didn't know.
Did you catch that? I like that reaction. It was real. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It was authentic reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I've been off of Instagram, so, you know.
Oh, okay, all right.
I wasn't. So I told Ben, I said, Ben, he's like, did you find out who's running the drift?
I was wondering when he was going to. Did you guys get him to come out?
No,
you guys?
No, it's all Zach.
All Zach?
Clutch
Oh,
Kickers,
really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he
'cause-
announced it
I found out like
Oh, wow.
on Instagram.
way before.
Oh, you knew,
yeah, I figured.
He's,
Yeah.
he's
I
the inside. He's
I
an
know you
inside.
have the
So
inside,
Zach is like an angel in my life, and I try to be the same on his. Zach Poloff.
Yeah.
And he needed something, and the team came together, came through, and we got something for him. That's how I found out that what he was doing and for who he was doing it, kind of deal. So I knew a little bit before it came out and all that. I'm excited. Dave is, oh my gosh, Dave,
He
Josh,
seems like a real
met
cool
him.
guy.
all of them, Adam, Dave, Josh, and Adam. Oh my gosh,
It'd be nice to meet 'em.
They did DriftHQ with us.
Right. No, I know that. Yeah.
Bro, it is. They're. I love them.
They're good people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely good people, bro. Definitely good people.
Yeah.
Good energy, good vibe. Very down to earth. Very, very nice people. Yeah.
So and their program is insane. Their live stream.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Their live streams.
that. Like they set the bar like way higher than anybody can achieve in the States. Like
No,
it's just
they're-
insane. Like every time you watch, you just wow. Like that's what you aspire to. That's awesome to see them
They're
come
good.
out to be able
And
to
they're
get
good, and he's a good driver too.
well,
Very
yeah,
good driver.
of course.
Very good driver.
So
Yeah, it'd be cool to meet him because I never met him.
No,
so
no,
you
no,
never met him,
no.
so it'll be awesome.
yeah, it'll be awesome. But I was mentioning before is that Ben told me, he's like, hey, do you know who's running the drift vet? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, well, stay off Instagram. So I was like, okay, I'll stay off Instagram. The last 2 days. And I was like, oh, I saw the video. You
You're
know?
gonna wait.
Yeah,
You're gonna see it.
The thing is that like I didn't have the audio on, right? So I saw it come up and I saw him talking, but I saw him talking and he was in Europe, wherever he is at. But then I saw him flash the Clutch Kickers vet. I'm like,
Damn.
yeah, I already know. So I was like, oh, play audio. Let me just confirm and play audio.
Make sure he's really coming.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be cool. He's first time ever. He's never came to us. I don't think.
Yeah,
I've ever,
yeah.
Not Clutch Kickers.
Not
never
Clutch
been-
Kickers. No.
He's never been to Clutch Kickers. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
never.
No,
He
so-
went to the 50K shootout, I believe.
Yeah.
In July and Drift Week, and I think now it's his third trip.
Cool.
I never finished the series. Whatever happened with the becoming a pro? I watched like
Their
the
pro
first like
series?
5. Yeah, the how to
How
go
to-
from nothing to pro. and they bought Miata and Vet.
Yeah, I
fell off.
Yeah.
I'm so bad. I'm horrible. I'm a horrible fan. I am. It's just like a tease, you know. I was never good at watching drifting because I always wanted to do it. It's like
drive, yeah. I
don't like teasing myself. It's not fun.
Yeah. So
I was gonna get in the shop, but I think I'm gonna hold off for a
You
second.
want another one?
no, man.
Give me a little bit.
My
I don't
throat's,
drink too often. Like I
my
have.
throat's still tingling. So.
Yeah, no, I have like. Let me smell this.
We
real
go
quick.
with a steak though.
E85, bro.
Yeah, no,
85,
I'll
yeah.
wait for the 1st bite of meat, flesh. So now, like I had questions, but I forget them. So let's talk about what are your goals in. No, I already talked about that.
Yeah.
What do you drive?
What do you drive? We haven't talked about your
It's
car.
good. It's
This-
good.
it is
Yeah,
good.
This is the make you talk drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but talk
Well,
about
see.
random stuff.
Yeah,
that
just
doesn't
let it
count.
all out.
So that S14 is that the original S14 you started with,
No,
or how
no,
many iterations did it
I
take
thought
to
it
get
was
to that
the
one?
original. So it's not.
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
Not. So that S14 right there, we got it from Chris Lawrence.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris, bro,
Yeah.
thanks. Tell myself what's up. I miss him.
Yeah, Chris Lawrence.
Yeah.
Super
He had
He
the
used to
best.
come out of Sweet Motion Films. He used to
Yeah,
have-
yeah.
the
Chris
best.
is
Like some of my
Chris is a
favorite.
G. Yep.
My
Yeah.
favorite, like
He used to come out
those
to County Line.
montages.
Yeah, his favorite, our favorite videos from County Line are his. He has this one of Red's car. Just
Oh, he's
it's
great at
just-
everything
yeah.
that he does. Shout out to Chris. You know,
Yeah.
He's he showed me that before that I had my original S14 with the high rise rim manifold on it, and at the Gambler I got too deep into a wall. It sucked me in the wall. I jumped a plastic barrier and then I hit the concrete wall and
yeah.
pretty much destroyed the car. So as soon as the car is done, they kind of put it back together so I can drive on Sunday.
I remember this watching him try to like weld that thing back together.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm like, yeah, guys, we're gonna get back and just do like a nice refresh in the car. Cricket looks at me, Chris looks at me, he goes, we're not touching that car.
It's done.
It's
we're not-
done.
wow.
Yeah, so I'm not touching the car. And on the way back already, I'm messaging Chris, and we got the car from him, and then we went full on the pro car built kind of deal. You know, so I had.
And that was so. How many S14s have you had? So okay, so this is the second one you're on now.
Second one right
Okay,
Okay, that's not so bad.
that's not too bad.
No, I don't like. I have other cars now, but before I just wanted one car and one car only.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, so it went from that shell into the next shell, and then the other cars came along. So, but we built that, and the crazy thing is this: we built the car to the spec. We finished the car on I think it was like December 27th, 28th. I remember it was before New Year's. And then first week of January, FD laws, FD rules changes.
Oh,
So the car that I just built is now illegal,
yeah.
kind of deal.
What are your thoughts on that?
He had the same thing happen. Well, not nearly, but it was
mean,
a pro-am. But
I don't like to talk about it because it doesn't matter what I think.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you
It's
think.
not
I
going
get
to
you.
change the fact.
I
yeah,
get
kind
no,
of
I
deal.
get you.
I got you.
You know, so it's just
You're
adapted
smart.
to
You're
it.
good. You're quick on your feet.
No, it is. It is.
Because I've been like, I think it sucks. And you're idiots. If I punch that guy in the face, that's what. You didn't do that. You're
if I
good.
learned one thing is I pick and choose my battles.
yeah.
Yeah, that's you learn that being married.
Yes, yes. You do. Oh, it's got.
Oh no!
Got
Change the camera view to the sizzle cam.
The sizzle can.
Sizzle cam. Yeah, how is
if it's ready.
Yeah, go ahead, put it down. Okay. You need to check the meat. Check the meat.
Yes, still good. Still doing its thing.
It's his table, dude. There's no way to.
I
Yeah.
like the setup. It's not. It's not gonna burn down. I thought we were gonna.
You thought we were gonna burn down?
Not burn down, but like it was gonna get smoky in here.
I'm a professional. Yes. Paul, talk. Say something. Say
I'm saying words. Words. I'm saying. I'm saying them words.
what do you got for us?
Yeah. You don't have any topics, buddy?
I'm going. Hang on. I just gotta. Hey, look. Now
got a
I'm
lot of
making
things
more
going on.
noise.
I turned it up a little bit to give you some.
Yeah, there we go.
So
You smell it already?
smell it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can smell it from here. It smells great.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You
is
almost
actually.
you almost got stabbed him in the eye, buddy.
Yeah, we have a first guest, and you
Yeah.
immediately want to knock him out.
Yeah, what-
Yeah,
what the-
Yeah, pay
That was
attention.
close.
Probably another glass.
Yeah, he's probably the wrong person. Wrong person to be doing that right now.
Oh boy, that's just.
So
Tim has been. Okay. I didn't think you were gonna have any to drink.
I'm drinking with you.
Honest. I know. I appreciate that.
I drink socially.
Same here.
I'm being social.
One thing I wanted to ask you about is this what recently happened with the hurricane and how you went out of your way to. Well, actually, just elaborate on that because a lot of people were following you and they were well aware of your charitable
laughing,
work.
Not because of what happened, but I'm laughing because I had a conversation with a buddy of mine that we were gonna. If this subject came up, I wish he was here so we could do it. You know that scene from Step Brothers where they interview together, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So that's why I asked him, "Hey, what's the topic?"
Right.
Kind of deal because I was gonna bring the other person with me. So cricket.
Wait, they're in back of you?
See that? Yeah. So
Okay.
cricket messaged me. He goes, "Hey, you good? You need anything?" I was like, "No, I'm good. I don't have power. I lost my carport. Neighbor's house got trashed. My house got damaged. We're just trying to, trying to clean up for now and then go out and help." So then he messages like, "Yo, I'm coming down with some gas and some burgers and hot dogs and buns, and I'm gonna just pass it out." I was like, "Okay, well, come stay at the house." So he came over. Next day in the morning, he gave me some gas. I was almost out of gas. He gave me some gas, helped me, gave me some gas. Then we went to a spot, and we got to the spot, which is the old DriftHQ.
Oh, okay.
The location.
All right.
And we got there, and literally 300 gallons. 300 gallons were gone in like an hour.
Oh,
People
wow.
pulling up because they didn't have power.
Right.
And I mean, we got hit hard. So we
Yeah.
got hit hard.
Yeah.
Because
throughout
it
the
dropped. It was
coast.
supposed to hit Tampa, and I think that everybody was,
It
in
was
their
us,
mind.
Tampa, and then it came back to us again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did
Yeah.
this. Like
Yeah.
it went up and then came back down.
Yeah.
So like everywhere by the shore, everywhere by water got
toast.
washed out.
Yeah.
Like we're talking
Yeah.
about 14 feet of water inside a house where
Yeah.
you look around, you're like, how
Sanibel
does it make
got
sense?
taken out.
Oh, the bridge got
Yeah.
destroyed. They were
Yeah.
just able to patch it out so the
So they give
power
people
linemen
across-
can
yeah.
come in and fix stuff
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
And we were trying to help and do what we could.
Yeah.
So he's doing that, and then he made a post, tagged me. So I went and I tagged it, and then I got Michael from Vegas.
Okay.
We call him Michael Motorcycle. Shout out to Michael. Michael goes and he messages me. He sends me $500 on my
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay.
Apple Pay. Is it Apple? Yeah, Apple Wallet. He sends me $500. He goes, "Hey, I can't be there, but I know if somebody's gonna use this money right, it's you."
Yeah.
Right. He can trust you.
So he sent the money. I posted. I was like, "Thank you. I appreciate it." And then from there, we were able to, for the next 3 days, which was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday was the last night. 5 days straight. I was able to bring, it was about 2,900 gallons of fuel.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So we did some illegal stuff. We, almost ready. We,
Well, you can see right there.
You got the.
There we go.
He's got the meat cam.
So what we did
Sizzle
was,
cam.
so this all right here, all big thanks to Cricket
Yeah.
for taking the initiative
Initiative.
of, getting the truck and putting, Adam donated the tanks so we could put the fuel inside. They came with the racing fuel, put
Right.
the fuel inside. So what we do is this. We came out, Saturday was the first day that we collected the money. We went, we got more fuel to the East Coast. We'll drive all the way across to the East Coast.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then we'll come back and go in the morning. This was Saturday. In the morning, we were out there with, it was 300 gallons, another 300 gallons.
Wow.
And people were seeing it, and I kept posting. So people kept sending money. Sending money. So I'm like, okay, we have enough for another 300.
Right.
Well, Sunday came around at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I had enough for 600 gallons,
Oh, yeah.
but we only had the 300 tanks.
Right.
So we hit up Marco Garza.
Right.
We're like, Marco, I know you guys are on the water, which, we got hit, but HQ got hit too. They just now, the water just now went down today. Yesterday,
wow.
today. Yeah, for 2 weeks, they had about
Just
12
so-
inches inside the shop. 12 to 18
Oh,
inches inside
Yeah,
the shop.
I know
Wow.
Adam's been posting up videos.
Yes,
Yeah,
you guys saw the videos.
He's like, hey, the water's still going. Rain stopped. The water's
It's
still,
still
coming.
going,
Yeah.
So Garza drives down and meets Cricket on 95 by Okeechobee area. 95 comes down, drops off a second tank, and Cricket went back up with him. My boy Junior Mark, a part of the Smoke Daddy crew, they then loaded up 600 gallons and drove across during the day on the risk of getting pulled over by
Right,
DOT and
right,
having,
right.
because you have 600 gallon fuel
Yeah.
onto
Yeah.
tanks strapped down
Yeah.
when the tailgate open.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
know,
no
so-
placards, just kind of
Bro, just
coasting.
completely just illegally traveling with that.
Yeah.
And then night came around. I was like, hey, I have enough for another 600 gallons. So then we did a night run.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then on Monday, we went to the same place, which was Cape Coral. A lot of the places had help from the government. Some places that didn't get hit a whole lot.
Yeah.
Didn't get the help.
So
So there was some kind of need of help there.
Right.
Gas,
There
just
was a
gas
need,
for the
right.
generator. You know,
Yeah. Right.
like you can't survive without.
No,
it's not
no.
AC. You're talking about just keeping the
Yeah,
fridge.
Keep
just
fridge,
keep
right?
the
Keep
fridge.
fridge
Just
going.
running fridge.
Yeah.
Not running a house, just running the fridge.
Yeah.
And we did that. And then Junior from Program Field and Angel, Luan, all my boys, Rudy, everybody from Cape Coral alone.
Yeah.
We grew up racing around Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Lehigh,
Right.
shoe racing.
Right.
So it was like the shoe racing crew together helping me. I was collecting the money. They were making the runs at night, coming back in the morning, and afternoon we were there. So we were
wow.
just giving back, and we did it for 5 days. After 5 days, there was no more funds coming in, but we were able to give out 2,900 gallons
Holy
Wow.
cow.
of fuel for families that didn't have
Yeah.
enough fuel to keep the fridge going.
Yeah.
It's not for luxury. And I made sure every time we were in line,
Yeah.
I'll get on top of the truck and I'll say, listen, this is not for your car. This is
Yeah.
not for your bike.
Right. This
This
is
is for your generator.
Yeah.
So if you have any kind of decency and if you don't need this for your generator, please don't wait in line.
right.
Yeah.
You know, and some people understood, some people took advantage. You know how
Yeah.
it
Well,
goes.
it's always gonna be.
Yeah, so that's what we could do, and we did it. You
Yeah.
know, big shout out to Cricket for starting this. I can't thank him enough
Yeah.
to help my end,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just slowly rebuilding.
Yeah.
But it was bad. I saw a lot of personal belongings. Like
Yeah,
the
just
worst part
destroyed.
is the stories, and you seeing the homeowners sitting and just crying, staring at all
Yeah.
of their belongings together in
Just
front
trash.
in the front lawn,
Yeah.
completely destroyed. I have videos, I have pictures. I'll show you guys that.
Yeah.
You'd be
Yeah.
like, "What happened here?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, devastating. But you know, we'll come back harder and stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
That,
definitely
that area has been hit with the winds and water like in a long time.
no. We got hit with Irma 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't have the storm surge that this one had.
It did, but not as bad.
Not as bad.
It
Yeah.
did, but not as bad. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
just not as bad, but it did.
You know, I just realized I painted my garage floor the same color as meat.
Meat.
I know. Look at it. It's out.
It's a meat
floor.
Hey, it's a meat floor. I never realized it.
It looks like
It looks like a salt and pepper meat. That's why I feel so comfortable laying on it.
That's why I'm so hungry when I come
Yeah, I
over
lay
here.
underneath my car. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to stay here.
I want a steak,
So I'm
actually.
laying on a big steak.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Yeah, I apologize for not having the best grill. You know,
No, you're
I
good.
had a better
It's
grill, but
fine.
it was time to get another one, and
There's
I
no
got
rush.
this.
We don't rush. Good
Yeah.
steak. We don't rush. You let
Oh,
it cook. Let it sizzle. Let it
I'm
do its
good.
thing. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I still can't make it through the first one. Whew.
It's gonna last me like 6 months.
Dude, tell him the sugar cane. Just taste it in the back.
Ooh. So, Ben, what do we got coming up? What's next week?
I already mentioned it.
Oh, I already mentioned that. My bad.
Yeah, your brain's going to the propane.
Somebody take over.
Are you okay? Are you gonna be able to like?
You gotta pilot the ship, my man. You
I
know
mean-
what I thought about inventing?
What?
I just thought of it now because I see Savio. He's in flip flops. How often do you weld in flip flops?
I don't weld.
Oh, you don't weld? I welded flip. I was thinking about inventing welding socks,
Welding socks.
so I
Welding
could weld
sock.
with flip flops and not burning my feet all the time. Because I don't like wearing shoes when I weld, and you always get the weld and it falls on your
Yeah.
feet. High socks that can take the weld with the
do
little
that.
with the little line, so
do
that way
that.
you can
It
wear
would be
flip
the same
flops.
thing as those
welding
sleeves,
gloves.
right?
Yeah, but
Pretty
put them
much
on your
just-
feet,
yeah.
and then you have little toe slots so you can wear flip flops. Flip flop welding socks.
Seem like little fiberglass slacks. Yeah,
Anybody want to fund me? I started GoFundMe.
it'd be easy. You need to
Somebody
find
stop.
It's
Let me
gonna be
talk.
hard to mass product, but to do one or two, not that expensive.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be expensive.
Yeah, you can do it. Make them.
You can do it.
I can do it.
Get a
I
sleeve,
can do it.
do it.
I
Yeah.
can do it.
Start
Cut
stitching
them,
it together.
stitch it.
Babe, I'll tell my wife. Baby, how do you use this sewing machine?
You
Yeah.
need a,
Do you want to go over a little bit about your run on the Pro Am Series this year?
Yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about, man. I'm
He's
here.
got to take it over from that because I'm starting. You know, I've had 3 shots and I'm
Do
like,
you have like an end time? Because I'm
No.
trying to break records here.
no, we don't.
No, you're good. This is keep going.
short-
We
It's
go
the shortest
until
in-
we're done eating.
the shortest interview we had was with Asbo because his wife took him away
Yeah, Asbo's wife took him
for
away.
a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the shortest one.
Yeah,
It was a half hour.
Aw.
Yeah, bummer.
yeah.
Freddie's a good guy though.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh, humble.
Yeah, you got to drive my E30. That's like one of my
Pinnacle?
highlight, the pinnacle of my
Your
back
life?
in the day. He came to County Line.
Uh-huh.
He actually drove County Line.
He
Believe that?
did?
Yeah.
And he drove the second left. I've never drove the second left.
I'm gonna tell
yeah.
you something funny.
Okay, tell me.
First time we met, where did we meet? Do you remember?
I don't.
Oh.
Right now, I don't.
E30.
Hirsch.
Jackson's E30. Your old E30.
You okay?
At Immokalee, Mo's tryout event.
Oh.
And you know what's the funniest thing? The first thing we talked, kind of not the first thing, but before we left, I was like, "Hey, you do AC? Let me get your number. I might have some jobs here for you in Fort Myers."
Okay.
And you're like, "Oh, you do countertops? Well, give me your number.
Yeah.
I might have some jobs down there for you."
Yeah. See, the thing you start getting older, I forget things. I don't remember that.
AC event,
Okay, I remember the event though.
Yeah.
I remember the event. That was a fun event. That was towards the end of my.
What time of the year? Where was that? Because I
that was Immokalee.
No, but when was that?
Oh, what time of year was that? That was
what year was that?
year
16.
16. Oh, that's
I'll
why.
have to take his word for it. I have no idea.
16.
Oh, that's why I was.
I had
Because then we drove again together at the top in Gainesville.
Gainesville.
Yeah, that track was horrible. But I mean, it was good, but like there was no definition.
No.
Like the cones were like
It was just
1,000 feet apart. It was just like, hey, this is the layout.
open field.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then Mo didn't let me compete that day.
So
He didn't let me compete.
Why?
Why not?
Well, because I had to pay to do the event. So because I let Mo come to County Line several times and drive for free.
And then he didn't let you do it.
He didn't.
That's
He's
so
like,
messed
"No,
up
you
of
didn't
Mo.
pay, so you can't compete." I'm like,
Come on,
well,
man.
I don't want to pay. I want to compete, but I don't want to pay. But I don't rock the boat. Like it is what it is. One of my favorite people over, and I don't get to see him much anymore, but we're gonna see him soon.
Huh?
Who?
Harry Tovola.
How are you going to see him soon?
Harry.
You didn't see his new car?
No.
Is he coming back
see-
out?
You
He's
sure
got an E46.
He's coming back out.
He's coming back out.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think he was playing.
No.
What? Yeah.
You didn't see it on...
No, I didn't.
Oh,
He
yes,
wasn't
it's
on Instagram. He doesn't have an
it was on
Instagram. He has a
Facebook.
We're
Facebook.
talking about blue.
It's not blue.
Blue.
It's
No,
white.
I know,
But yes,
but
blue.
yes,
Harry
yes. Oh, yeah.
Travola.
Yeah.
Round glasses.
You know
looks
what I
like he'll
remember
kill
about
you.
him?
Huh.
The hydro.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
electric
hydro.
Yes.
Yes.
Actuated hydro.
Yeah.
The button on the shifter. Was
And on the steering wheel.
And on the steering wheel. You never know. Steering wheel.
Harry was running events for a long time.
But my point being is that one of the things
That one
I
right there.
admire... Yes, that's it.
What? Is he
And
coming
I
back?
think those are my old wheels.
Is he coming back?
Yeah.
I think those are my old wheels because I had an E36 and I had Cosmos custom drill 18 by 10 for the rear and a 5 by 120 because they don't sell them. They didn't drill them for me, so I had to take them and get a drill
He
after.
showed a picture of a motor first, and then he showed a picture of
Yeah.
that.
Is he coming back?
Yes,
I don't know.
that was just recent.
Yo, he's a badass
That
driver.
was-
I have a video
yeah.
with him chasing me on the 5.3 turbo
Did you hear
at
the story?
West Palm Beach.
Did you hear the story about him and Pat Gooden?
No.
Oh
No.
Yeah, you can tell it.
Should I? Okay, so we went to Holly.
Give me the tea.
Yeah, so we went to Holly LS Fest and then after the festivities, we went out to Buffalo Wild Wings. It was the only thing open. And we got to have dinner, and Pat Gooden, we're having a couple drinks, and he's just talking about the old times, right? It was just great to hear like Pat open up. Pat is just like, I never really got to know him, but he's honestly like one of my favorite people now because just sitting there and spending time with him, dude, Pat is just so cool. And,
Pat's a good guy.
he's made mistakes in the past and he knows it, and he's owns it, and that's what I like about. That's what I think that I gained a lot of respect from Pat in the last few years because I see that in him, and I never really got to hang out with him before. But anyways, we're talking, and this is his memory. This is one of his memories back from going to PBIR. He said he had his SRs before he went pro. It was when he was getting ready to go pro. And he's out there in his little SR S13, and he's going down the straight. Harry's like, "You're gonna lead," And Harry doesn't like ask you, like he tells you stuff. Yeah, no questions. He tells you what you do, and you do it.
And in his Finnish accent, you're just like,
Yeah,
oh, no,
he's
sure,
like,
whatever you want,
okay.
sir.
Do you remember Bill borrow Harry's Harry's car
Yes.
at down in Homestead and won Mo's event? Anyways, keep going.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that.
Keep
We'll
going.
talk about that. Okay. Anyway, so I'm hitting stuff. So Pat's story. Pat's like, he's like, "You're gonna go first." He's like, "Yeah, whatever." I'm trying to do my best, Pat Gooden. Whatever. I'll kind of do it. Yeah, whatever. So we're going down, and I just got a peg to the floor, and I'm going, and it's just piece of shit SR. It's just doing what it can. I goes, I guess that's all it's got. He goes, all of a sudden, he goes, my speedometer starts going up. Harry is pushing him down the straight at PBR. Pushing him down the straight at PBR. He's like, oh, my freaking, my speedometer's pegging. He's like, I'm in it now. There's nothing to do. So Harry's like, you're not going fast enough. Harry is pushing him at 100-something miles an hour through
Going
that
down
turn.
the
What was that
straightaway.
turn down the
Down to the
straightaway?
hairpin.
Down to the what turn is turn 10?
Turn 10, yeah.
Turn 10 at PBIR at 100 and freaking who knows how much miles an hour, pushes him off, and Pat's like, dude, he goes, I don't have a choice. E-brake. And if you did PBR back then, it was like e-brake, and like you check your text, you check your email. And you're like, you know, but again, because you don't want to flat spot too much, and it was insane. So that was one of Pat's memories of
Harry.
But I've been at events and Harry, they'll be at the line. They say, Harry, do you want to warm your tires? He's like, I don't need to warm my tires. That's stupid. Like, what do I need that for? And it was just great to hear him. And there are times where he did the U.S. Drift Circus. He's like, I don't agree with the call. He goes, but I'm not a bitch. I'm not going to argue it. He goes, that's the call. It's the call.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue it. And you just let it go. Whether he agreed with it or not, he's just like,
He
it's what it
definitely
is.
disappeared. He definitely disappeared.
Yeah. So tell us about what you said.
No, Bill. I remember Bill going to my first. Not my first. I think that wasn't my first. That was my second Homestead. I went to compete in one of Mo's.
That was
Mo's
after
event.
me and Ben had already been running it, and then we didn't want to do it anymore.
down here.
Yeah, Homestead. Yeah.
So we go down there, and then Bill borrows Harry card. He had an E46, a V8 E46,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the system, the little button
Right,
system for
yeah.
the hydro.
Yeah.
It just I feel sad that it didn't take off because it's pretty practical.
It is. Well,
it works.
because race bikes, right? That's where you got it from, right?
Yep. So Bill borrows the car, goes, qualifies high, takes everything home. Not his car, but Harry's car.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And then Bill's back now again on a E46
Yeah.
V8.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious about that is that we saw him. He bought the E46, and I showed him. I was like, "Bro, it's great to see you." He's like, "Yeah, this car's pretty rough, right?" So he starts just telling me all the stuff that's wrong with it. He's like, "Yeah, I got a good deal." He goes, "But it's pretty bad, right?" And a kid comes up. Oh, dude, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, this is my car. You bought this from me. He's like, man, he goes, what were you thinking? Bill's like, he goes, this is pretty. And Bill, like, he does it. There's no filter. Like,
doesn't
totally
sugarcoat it.
The kid was.
So the kid built the car and then sold it to another guy, and then Bill bought it from that guy. And so this kid
Bill
was kind
Fisher,
of
Bill
talking
Stinger,
about,
depending on how you know him.
yeah, well, Bill Stinger, pretty much talking about the car. And this kid was just like hurt. You see him just this kid's dreams and hopes and everything just melting in front of it.
He had this glow, like, oh, this is my car, man. You're doing so great out there, right? And then he's like, yeah, because the car sucks. And then the kid went from like all this aura of joy, like seeing his car
being
like
drifted.
kill it out there and smoking out and just doing crazy tandems, to be like, oh, I guess I didn't do a good job. Bill put him in his place.
Bill also surprised me. Bill messaged me and said, hey, what can I do on Fort Myers? I was like, listen, man, I'm trying to see if I can bring propane tanks and this and that. He goes, all right, well, let me know. I might not be able to go today, but tomorrow. So I went and did my thing. I was like, hey, man, I'm good. If you want to bring some water over, this and that. I have enough for one more run of fuel. After that, I'm done. So Bill gets home. I was like, all right, I got you. Gets home, and then he sends $500.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, damn, I appreciate it. Thank you. They got us more fuel.
Yeah.
And then we go back in the morning, and I had enough for another run, and it was gonna be it. I wasn't gonna tell nobody. I wasn't asking.
Yeah.
I was literally reposting. I was reposting, and people kept asking, where do we send it to?
Yeah.
But I wasn't, hey, let's do a GoFund. Please help me. I did none of that. If you wanted to help, it was in your heart, you did it.
Right.
He goes in the next day, and after he sends another 500. For more fuel. So Bill definitely came through. Like, it's not about who sent more money.
Yeah.
It's it's whoever did help family. So.
Yeah.
And Bill coming out of nowhere and just, what can I do? And this and that. It just, like Randy. Randy came down.
Yeah, Randy. I
came
love
down,
Randy.
brought water.
Yeah.
They hung out with me for a little bit. Some of my friends. You know, it was definitely good. It was good to see the drifting community. So when people ask, who is this? You know, which organization is this? It was literally like, I have some drag racing community right here, and then drifting community. The drag we're doing, the labor and all this, and the drifting are sending in the money.
Yeah.
This is just a racing community.
Yeah.
And this is not coming from it's just people that see it, people that support, and they're just sending money to help.
That's
Wow,
really cool.
that's sick, bro.
So
That was really
it was
cool.
definitely Bill. I have to throw that in. Bill definitely, and everyone just went above and beyond. Everyone.
Right, but it's not about getting the recognition for it, right? It's about a lot of times you want to give, and you really don't want the recognition for it because that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the way social media has corrupted people, right? They want to give food to people and take a picture of them doing it. And there's so many people out there that are like that. That's why we want to celebrate those that are just throwing money to you. And I know Bill's not asking for any recognition for it, right? He probably prefer you didn't say anything, but we want to show the people that really put their heart and soul into it, and especially you providing that. I mean, that's amazing. You know, I feel like you talking about. I'm like, I feel like a dirtbag. I'm like, I ain't said nothing.
No, it's funny. So who saw it and who could do it? Everyone is busy. You know, who saw it, who could do it. Yeah, and it definitely helped out. You know, and I was so proud to say that wasn't from me calling. Hey, the city cops. Hey, can you give me some funds? I'll help somehow. Right. This was just literally from
agenda.
Our drifting community.
Yeah,
that's good deal.
I don't know how drag is right now. Yeah. But I've never seen a community like ours.
No,
there's no way.
There's nothing like drifting. That was another thing that locked us into drifting was that these people are like so cool. I mean, even the people that you're not like really close to in the drifting community are still cool. You know, it's you don't get. We were hanging in the cars, just the car show scene for a long time.
Yeah, I was at the car show scene.
So I did a whole FD series with Dustin Miles.
Yeah. Okay. Right? Yeah, Dustin. Yeah.
So we ran Pro-Am together. We go to Georgia. I go in. Me and Tom Pettigrew. We get into a car accident. I destroy my front end. My car is ready to qualify. He breaks his axle. No, he broke the diff.
Right.
I go and I see what's going on, and my car is fixed. But I was told, hey, you have until this time. Whenever you tell us you're ready, you can go. And then the last person is to go. He was the last person. I was like, oh, no, I have a friend of mine who went out to get food. I have a friend of mine going out to grab me a radiator cap. And the whole time I had my radiator cap in my pocket. So I go over to Miles. I just get out of the car. It's Miles, I believe Seabass and Curtis. Curtis
that's my Seabass, not the same Seabass we know.
Yeah. And Curtis, and then I just get in there like, can I help? I get in there. We get the diff ready. I'm like, is your car good? Is your car ready? He's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm ready to go. I take the cap off my pocket. I put it in the car. I go. I qualify. And then he goes and qualify because he was gonna miss his run.
Right.
He qualified second. He won the round. He got his pro license. From there on, I helped him get the pro license. So that right there was something that I saw it, I never experienced, and then I try to like give back to the same. And after that, man, Miles he brought me into his whole family, and
that's good.
Yeah, I did a whole year with him, helping as a crew.
Yeah, he's back at it again this year.
He is. He went out there. He had good luck in some rounds and bad luck in some others. But it's definitely so our community is different, you know. So and I've seen people do that for other people too. It's literally like you take from what you have and give it to the next person so they can go. You don't want, oh no, just let him be. I'm gonna win just by him not showing up. No, we want you to show up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, show up. We want to drive.
Right.
You know, and I love that about our community is that.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask you, talking about the community, is that you were, and one of the things that really sets you guys apart from everybody else, and you pioneered the idea of bringing spare parts to the track.
Yes, Duarte.
Yeah.
So
Mastermind.
what was, I guess, a mindset towards that? Did he have any sort of reservations towards that, any doubt? And how was that? I mean, because you've made an impact on so many people from that. So
saving people.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, the parts van, all credit goes to Duarte. He is, man, if you have a chance, you ever got a chance to sit down with him for a couple hours and just to talk.
Yeah, he's very quiet spoken. Like when I meet him, he's very kind of like
he's quiet.
Chill,
he's definitely quiet. He's a very smart guy, and he had an idea, and he in his mind he makes it go through his mind 1,000 times. If it makes sense, he makes it happen. And he thought about it, and he talked about it, and he's like, "This is what we can do. I think it's gonna take off. I need to do this." And together as a team, we're like, "Okay, then do what you got to do." And he literally put the best plan together, and we're glad that worked out. You know, it's a lot of people can see that it just benefit. Oh, they're selling parts. Yeah, we can sell it online too.
Right, you don't need to bring it out there.
We don't need it because
no, you guys.
A lot of people don't believe this, but when we bring the parts trailer van,
it costs more than you make. I'm sure. Yeah,
it's not like if you buy a $40 extinguisher that you're getting for there's
you guys let us when Tim broke that freaking bolt. You guys let us
let me go through your parts and pick my bolt so I could qualify at the but I didn't qualify, but I qualified 17th. That's like the story of my life.
So it was more like I said. Our motto has always been like, giving back, and together we grew. I think that's fair, more than fair.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it was definitely a great idea, and we executed right, and we still do it. Like we have. You've seen the van.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's insane how much.
Yeah.
And it kind of spoiled me because like I had no spares. Until this year, I had no spares.
Yeah.
I was so used to just.
You had the truck right there. Yeah.
But this year we were like, you know what? Let's run our programs. We're gonna have walls.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the spares on the walls. We'll get it to the van if we have to. But let's make sure our program looks right.
Yeah.
And we did that. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely got spoiled.
Yeah.
Oh, I got spoiled.
Yeah. And like, you really.
You want to check? Yeah, we got the cam up there too.
Yeah.
If you need.
Okay. All right. I checked the meat. It did. It was like something that you were not used to seeing.
It's really cool. I mean, to me, it's and you guys are not scalping anybody either. It's not like you're taking advantage either. So it's like it's such a nice. I mean, especially if you have one of the popular cars, because they have all the parts for like an S14 or 350Z and all that. So I think you probably even BMW, right? So
everything you can imagine in there.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna get some plates.
Okay.
We'll go to the vet, and if we don't have the part, he writes it down.
Oh yeah.
He comes back, he gets it ordered. So make sure that next event,
you'll have it.
It doesn't go.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's definitely got to be a lifesaver, because when you break something, especially when you break it right when you're starting the event, that's the biggest pain because you spent all that time, money trying to get ready for the event, and then you blow a tie rod, and you can't find a tie rod from anywhere. It's like, especially if you have a WiseFab kit, you need a special tie rod. Hell, my G35 I built halfway through DriftHQ anyways. I bought all the parts from you guys, so...
Well, I almost failed tech, and then the funny thing is like I couldn't find my extinguisher.
Oh, really?
I bought an extinguisher. I was like, thank God they're here. Of course, then I ended up finding my extinguisher somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like I had left it in my truck.
Oh, really?
I was stupid. But yeah, it saved my butt.
Yeah, no,
actually twice because we were at the America's Union event.
Yeah,
and a bolt on my 350Z that I knew. I should have probably done something with, like the guy that had it before, when he put the lower control arm, he cross-threaded the bolt, so it wasn't quite tight. I was like, I probably should take care of that one day. Of course, it ended up breaking at America's Union, but I was able to get it put back together because they had parts. So,
no, it's definitely a really cool thing to have at a drift event. So,
Yeah, one of the things too, I remember one of the clutch rounds, somebody like broke apart, and the only way to fix it was to weld it, and I think to bring a welder out, and Cricket went and just helped them out.
Yeah, no, it's DriftHQ has definitely been a big help to the scene and the community, and especially with how big the community is now. It's never been as big as it is right now. Like even our biggest time that in drifting when we had County Line and when CFRC was around, it wasn't as big as it is now. Like drifting is freaking huge in Florida right now with the amount of people.
Well, we had concerns for a while. It was like, it's gonna wander off, taper off, and then all of a sudden it just. How is it?
It's unbelievable.
It's good.
I gotta give a shout out to Aero K. Sean, and no, he's got no.
Okay, all right.
Because so I don't know if you guys noticed, I am wearing the Night Monkey shirt.
Monkey shirt.
Yeah, Night Monkey shirt. So let me just give a shot. I went over his house, and it was just so cool to see him again. He's got the cleanest.
Yeah, I've seen his garage.
It's beautiful.
His garage is nice too. It's all nice and clean.
The car looks like it just rolled out of showroom. So, dude, shout out to Sean and Aero K and his brother Rafi and Ryan and all them. They're just killing it. And I am so excited that they actually brought it back, because it was like when I first started getting into drifting.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I would see one of those cars, and I was just like,
the
nerd. I was like, dude, those guys are so cool.
Yeah,
It's like the car's all beat up, 240, driving around the street, Night Monkeys on the side.
Yeah,
and it just they were able to bring to life that initial D vibe
Yeah.
that we watched, like with the whole the whole drift cruise.
Yes, Rising. What was it? Rising.
Yeah,
Sun
Rising
or-
Suns, and I just started making my daughter watch it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we watched the first season last night.
Yeah, it's very much that kind of feel.
Yeah, so shout out, and was able to.
Oh shoot!
You can use your hand.
Your hand, really, really, Paul?
It's me, man. Come on.
Genius.
I'm not thinking. It's a drink. They're really good.
I don't know if it's wrong,
my
but
God.
it's amazing.
Is that good?
Oh my god,
really good.
dude, it's insane.
All in that
Okay.
piece of crap grill you got.
Yeah.
All right. Since we're indulging ourselves in this, one thing I wanted to ask you, and you could help us out.
Okay.
We're having a lot of Brazilian drivers attending the next round, so I figured it'd be a good idea to help us, if you could help us with some
Pronouncing
terms
names?
or phrases,
Yes.
Brazilian terms and phrases that may be suitable or might be a big help to help describe what's going on at the event for our Brazilian viewers out there. You have any tips, any suggestions?
I mean, there's so many. Like, what do you want to know? Like, what would you want to say whenever they're going?
Oh, I mean, I'm not
no
wasn't ready for
stranger,
this.
no stranger being
No,
one.
no. He rags on me every time I like repeat myself. I hear from these two guys. What are you gonna say? You say that way too much.
Like, what's a popular?
Like,
Yes.
if they win, when they defeat their opponent, I don't know.
Uma grande vitória.
Okay, you have to
A
text
great
that.
win.
Yeah, you have to work on that one.
Uma grande vitória. A great win. A great victory.
Like a fierce competitor.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
Fierce
text these to me.
competitor.
Or
Okay.
what would you like? So if somebody comes out, and okay, this guy is like usually when you come out, I'm like Savio. Like I said, like you throw down on the grill and he throws down on a track. But something I can use to describe their abilities. Nah, it's kind of hard to just.
Yeah, it is. It's
Like,
pretty-
you can say like this guy's a beast. This guy is
Yeah.
a
Okay.
machine.
Yeah, there you go.
Esse cara é uma máquina.
Oh, there we go.
Esse cara é um monstro.
Yeah, there we
Monstro?
go.
Yeah.
Monstro.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Like he's a beast at it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably that's a good one. Yeah, I
Esse
like that.
cara, like this guy.
Esse cara.
Esse
Este
cara.
cara.
This guy. É um monstro.
Ele é monstro.
É um
É
monstro.
monstro.
This guy is a beast.
Yeah, good luck
You're still gonna
trying to
text
say
that, man. I'll forget it. It's taking me a long time to learn Spanish, so
Or just
I
play
try
back.
I bon dia. That's like I'm trying. I actually reached out to them one time in Clutch Kickers. Remember? I was like, hey, what can I say? People, I want to try to include them. As an announcer, you want to make sure your audience is
And
included.
I think when Renato was here is whenever they hit like the highest numbers.
Yeah.
In views. Oh man, he's got a following that it's insane.
insane.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
says Lay. They ask him for how long.
Yeah, when he was there, we were getting all of these.
In the chat.
Has
the
Renato
chat-
gone yet?
the
Has
chat
Renato
was-
gone yet?
Yeah.
Just like Adam. Has
Yeah,
Adam
it's
been
just
on?
like Adam. It's like, wait, what happened to Adam? It's like it's not even there. Yeah, that was crazy. It's crazy how many Brazilian
I
drivers
think
are
he's
just
got like probably 18 million followers
wow,
in
Insane.
Brazil.
Wow.
Active followers. I'd
Really?
say.
wow.
So
Insane.
he definitely has the crown.
He just had his
But
yeah. He has the wow. It's funny just how many Brazilian drivers. Like, there's nobody like I don't see like a Puerto Rican driver or any
Not
like anything
well,
else. It's a lot
No,
of
we got
Brazilians.
Lewis
Castro.
Castro, but
yeah.
also
Castro's Dominican.
Dominican, right? Yeah.
Louis
Remember-
Lizardi. Lizardi's
Louis Lizardi,
yeah.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Louis Lizardi. Hey, you can talk about Louis Lizardi. Louis Lizardi helped you out by giving
Oh
you
my
those.
gosh, you saved my
frickin'
life.
Diff when we were in the competition for SWD.
Every time I compete-
you break something.
I break something, but every time I compete,
Somebody
like
helps you.
they change
Oh, yeah.
they change the qualifying number, and I always end up like, oh, we're only taking the top 16. I get 17th. It's like it's happened every time.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, you changed the qualifying. You're only taking 16. I get 17. But I broke my diff, and he drove me. I had to follow him around to quite many places. At that was North Carolina,
yeah.
Charlotte Motor Speedway, and
Yep.
yeah, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Yeah.
Oh, you're like me. Yeah. See that? You can't pass up on
like
me.
mine.
He got me
Good
a
Lord.
diff because I broke my diff during practice.
If you guys haven't ordered your plate from Smoke Daddies, you need to order it now because it's unbelievable.
It's pre-orders only, right?
Yeah.
And it's open to anybody?
We try,
Or just drivers?
No, I don't like to sell it to the public. I want just the drivers alone.
Okay.
I don't want to make any money in the facility. I just want to help the drivers, and that's the drivers alone. But if somebody pulls up, hey, I'm hungry, we do sell it right there then. But I don't promote it. I don't put a sign, come buy food. Just people that are curious, hey, what are you doing? Then they ask. And after we feed everyone, if we have anything left over, we sell. We got to bring some of the sausage to the girls.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah,
Give me
Tim.
your steering wheel.
You want
Yeah, give me the
you
steering wheel.
want to touch it?
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna put it in my E30.
No, you're not.
Yeah. You know, the guy that wanted to trade me the E36 for it,
Yeah.
he's gonna come and look at it tomorrow.
Really?
He wants to give me just money for it now.
Well, that's
we'll
probably
see.
better, anyways.
Yeah. I don't need an E36. This is nice though. So, what's the plan, Stan?
For next week?
Yeah. So,
Um.
we're gonna tell everybody about our secret.
what's the
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
It's gonna happen though.
Man, that meat is really good.
Yeah, this is great.
Unbelievable.
This one's a little bit less done, so it's a little bit more tender.
Yeah. Oh. Unbelievable. You have a question, Ben?
Yeah, I got a question. Sorry, this is good. I'm like, I gotta come back from the Cloud 9
Yeah, the meat.
because this is really good. But it's a bit sort of like out of the norm. But I'm well aware how Ayrton Senna had a huge impact in the not only in the motorsports community in Brazil, but like the country as a whole. So I'm wondering if he was an impact towards you or he was an influence towards you, and if so, how?
Definitely. So Ayrton Senna died on 94, right? If I'm not wrong, it was 94. And I've been called a liar about this, but I have an uncle that doesn't miss one race. Every Sunday, every race, qualifying race, he watches. He works all year long, but his racing Sundays, you don't mess with him. He might miss a qualifying, but not the racing Sunday. And I remember I was 4 years old, the devastation on my uncle's house, how upset he was.
Oh, wow.
I remember 4 years old, and I swear, people call me a liar. I don't need to lie. I swear how devastated he was. And then the TV, the shows,
Yeah.
I remember watching on TV, on the news, all the people around on the big bus, like whenever his body was getting transported and all that. I remember all of that. So he's definitely been, and everyone in Brazil motorsport, and I mean like all over the world to this day, they still do a lot of things based on him. He broke records. He broke like he was different. Ele era monstro.
Okay. We got to remember that, Tim.
Yeah.
I will.
Ele
Text it
era
to me.
monstro. Yeah. Most definitely.
I don't think he's remembering anything.
If you guys have watched his documentary on Netflix,
Yeah,
I mean, man, I can watch that 5 times. And every 5 times I get the same chills every time. It's crazy. So he was definitely impact my life, and I'm sure in a lot of people's life.
Yeah, because like you just mentioned and just right now how like it affected like your neighborhood and everybody around you, and the documentary does a good job of sort of giving you that scale of how it just the whole country.
Yes,
it's almost like how Brazil, the soccer team or the football team, how they perform, and it impacts the whole country.
Yes,
It
yes.
either unites them or divides them. That's how intense they are about it.
So we had soccer going for us. Brazil's a third world country. So we had soccer going for us ever since Pelé played, and Pelé did his thing. And then Ayrton came to represent Brazil. So he was making his name. Who's this Brazilian driver? A lot of people didn't know what Brazil was. What's Brazil?
Really?
This is, back on 78,
Right.
Oh, that's
80s,
true.
when he was.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's a new country. So we started standing out by the soccer, and then from soccer, then Ayrton came and just swept everyone off their feet. He definitely he impacted the country really bad. Like everyone felt it. Everyone. He had foundations left and right. All his money wasn't all his money. Like he had foundations all over the country. a lot of the money he made went straight into foundations for kids that had no houses, homeless, home abuse, all of that. So Ayrton was definitely
You gave a lot back.
Yes. Oh yeah. Most definitely.
What I love about the Brazilian people is one, you're very passionate, very emotional people, but very supportive.
Yes.
And very proud of your country.
Yes.
Regardless of the civil wars and stuff that have happened, you're proud of your country. Yes. I see that with my wife, with the Puerto Rican. There's a pride there. Yeah. And I think that's something that, and I only bring this up is because a lot of times I'll be watching live streams and somebody from Brazil, and then you see just Brazilian flags just light up. Yes. And the way people hate on it, it's frustrating because they don't we have, I think, in my opinion, I know I don't want to get into politics, but as a country, we've lost our pride in our country. So when we see it, people are so
you meet Garrett.
They want to hate it.
Yep. Like,
well, yeah, until you meet Garrett from Freedom Factory, that's a whole other deal. Cletus is a whole other deal. But you know what I'm saying? It's that pride that people, it's like, instead of appreciating it and just trying to support it, it's a shame. And that's one of the most frustrating things about not just being a live stream commentator, but also watching live streams, is just the hate that people have.
Yeah.
No, I am most definitely proud from where I came from, and I know my country very well. I know the poverty, I know the problems, I know the politics. But I'm very, very proud. We wear the shirt big time.
Right.
Yeah.
And the funny story is that when you do become an American citizen, you have to give up your citizenship first. So Brazil comes second for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If worse comes to worse, there's a war, I have to choose here.
Yeah.
Over Brazil.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. But we're very, very proud.
Yeah.
The Brazilian community are very proud.
Yeah, it's the people. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's, we're known for soccer, beautiful woman, beaches, carnival. No, I'm sorry, but come on. You talk about it, you all thought about it. We said Brazil, come on.
No arguing there. I'll tell you one thing. Like, there's some soccer matches where it's like, when there's two teams and like, I know one of them is Brazil and there's like Colombia or something. It's
Lithuania.
Like, it's going to be a beautiful match. It's going to be a beautiful match. I will say that.
But so... Most definitely, we're proud, and when you see those flags, that's everyone is in there. Just they can't live it, they can't do it, so they have the access to internet, and that's how they live it. That is why a lot of the YouTubers have exploded in Brazil. A lot of YouTubers make a lot of money monthly, a lot of money monthly because of that. You can't afford to do it yourself, but you can afford a phone and you can't afford internet.
Right, you can live through,
You're living through somebody,
It's that hope. It's something that takes them away from the day-to-day, mundane, just sometimes depressive reality of their life.
Yeah. Yes. It's a hard country, man. You work all month, and you get paid a salary a month. So salary is about it's about 1,400 reais. 1,400 reais comes down to about, let's say, $300 right now.
All month,
a month,
$300.
A month.
Yeah.
So you have to survive with $300 a month, and things are expensive now.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people come over here and send money back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
Yeah.
The reason why people come here is for that.
Yeah, to send money back. Yeah. Because $300 goes a long way over there, right? So, or at least if you're getting it sooner than the month. One thing we always ask somebody is, what do you think about sim compared to real drifting?
The use of
Have
sim.
you ever used a sim?
I have one sitting right next to my bed, and I haven't been able to get it set up. So anybody who's in the area, I have a small little budget to pay somebody to set up my sim. Come help your boy out. I can't set it up. It's a nice Fanatec with seat and all that. I actually got it from Dallas Kirby. I bought his whole setup. And me and my girl bought it. So she loves driving too, and I just haven't been able to set. I have it. I drift, but I haven't been able to set it up. So for me, it's a little bit tricky right now.
Yeah.
If I focus so much on that, it's gonna throw me off because it doesn't feel nowhere near close to my car, or what the car would be. Yeah. So I try to stay away from it.
You don't want to pick up bad habits.
Yes, I don't. Not at all.
Yeah.
So, but it's just waiting. So, Savio HQ, hit me up if you're in Fort Myers area. Come set me up.
Yeah. I think one of the best pieces of advice, and I mentioned this before, was from Freddie. He said
he has
got sim. He said how he uses it is he'll go in, we'll do 3 or 4 laps.
That's it.
And walk away.
That's it.
Because he said you have to learn to be able to attack a course, learn it quickly. He goes, if you just go and jump on a track and you spend all day there going around track, he's like, yeah, anybody can do that. Yeah. He goes, but you have to train yourself to go into a track, do it, what he said, like 5 or 6.
The intent that you only get 4 laps.
And then you walk away.
Right.
Practice to qualify.
Right.
Yeah.
So it gets you in that right. It
So
gets
that's
you in
the
that
way
mode.
he does it, yeah. So I thought that was really interesting because we always ask everybody that comes on, it's like, hey, what do you think about sim drifting? Because, does it
How does it
help?
compare?
Does it not help? Does it take away? So that was
It definitely helps. It definitely helps.
No, it
'cause,
definitely helps.
Duarte has 2 kids, Gabriel and Max, and they both
We'll use Power Wheels.
they both did sim, especially Gabriel. Gabriel does a lot of sim, and Gabriel can throw a car around like there's no tomorrow. It's
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and they're young too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can definitely.
Yeah.
So
Well,
sim does help.
yeah,
It does
'cause
help.
No, it definitely does.
It gets all those muscle memories going.
Yes.
So when you get on the track, you already got the muscle memory and just got to
You just
attack.
got to learn to feel.
First time he drove the IS 300 that Sergio from DriftHQ bought it. He drove it. So Duarte, dad let him drive. And then Duarte goes, whatever you do, don't flick towards the wall. Just do a regular little, hydro pull entry and then you're good.
Right.
He comes down, throws third,
Looks towards the wall.
Oh, no.
comes back around and just
Mats it.
links the whole first lap on the car.
Oh, wow.
Links the whole thing. And I'm like,
A proud daddy moment.
that's his car.
proud-
That's his car. Don't try to drive it.
Yeah.
Don't try to drive it. Yeah.
Proud daddy moment right there.
I got a comment in the chat for a guest here from a user named Cricket,
Cricket! Cricket!
who writes, Sav, we are doing steak Sunday. Don't go home early.
Oh,
What does that mean?
because I'm supposed to go over there. Well, unfortunately, Cricket, I got to stay behind. I got work to do tomorrow and Sunday, so I'm not coming up to Orlando this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
bummer.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. You told you
Next
were
time.
supposed to crash here originally
yeah.
too.
And from here, go up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, not going to happen this time, bud. Sorry.
Oops.
Sorry, Cricket. Yeah. I wouldn't change topics. What brought you to Clutch Kickers? How did that come about?
So Clutch Kickers, when they first came out, it was the fun event all the way up in Destin Beach, and we looked at it and we're like, "That's looks fun. The track is fun. It's a good organization." And then the second one we went out, which was December, and they're like, "Okay."
Yeah, because
We
I
like
actually
this.
heard about Clutch Kickers from you guys. So
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
you guys advertise it.
Yeah,
Push
so
it.
like, oh, we like this, and then from there on, it was just we became a sponsor for them, and then we showed up to every round, and I think I've missed probably none.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys had the background scoop for us. Our reaction for Clutch Kickers was like, okay, here's another series promising all this stuff. Because we've been burning
They
Florida.
delivered.
They delivered.
delivered.
They
Yeah.
delivered.
we
And-
weren't
and
expecting.
We weren't expecting.
Yeah.
We were doubtful. We were the doubters.
Yeah.
But after a couple rounds, we're like, these guys are for real. They're paying
But-
people. They're doing what they say.
The thing is, we had a bad taste here locally.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
We
why
don't, we
we're
don't
like-
say names, right? We don't say names.
I mean, I usually do, but that's okay.
Yeah, but I know. I feel you. Yes, a lot of people had. It wasn't just here. It was here. It was a little bit more up north. It was. It was all over. So then for another series in Florida to come out and promise this and that and deliver, hey, Mr. Castleberry, Poloff,
Oh my gosh.
and all of them, I take my hat off to you
Yeah,
guys
absolutely.
all day, every day, because they definitely did. They pulled it, and it's everyone, man. It's from the Mr. Castleberry to we got Austin on media.
Yeah.
We have the girls on
Yeah.
selling the merch, working
Yep.
in the front. Megan,
Yeah.
it's everyone, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone
got a
pulls
good
their
team.
weight.
It's a heart.
Everyone
It's,
pulls
it's,
their weight.
it's
The
a lot of heart.
mom, the wife,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nick himself.
Yep,
No, so
yep.
it's everyone. So it's pretty awesome. When you have family doing it together, especially when you have a family in the business, not just I'm an owner, that's it, but you have the whole family. It definitely works.
Yeah,
It
because
definitely works.
Mike Castleberry, hats off to him. He doesn't have to be there.
No.
He doesn't, but he's always there,
Yeah,
and he is so intent on making sure the drivers have what they need, and it's shown. Just it's bearing fruit, right? Because Clutch Kickers came at a time when COVID was just hitting.
And ran it.
And gave everybody that was dying to do an event, watch an event, something.
To
Yep.
do. Yeah.
Because we're in Florida. we're not part of America. Yeah.
We did our own thing.
Yeah, we did our own thing, and we weren't part of the Cool Kids crew. But what Clutch Kickers, and not to mention Adam LZ and Taylor Ray, DriftHQ as well, you guys have been able to put Florida on a map in a more positive light than I think it's ever been in the past. It was, it was always a negative light. Oh, you're from Florida. Oh, okay.
Yep.
You guys are like,
Yeah, we had a very negative vibe growing from 2006 to
until they would come and move down here and realize how sick everybody was, and we heard that from Pat Gooden, but also I can't think of his name. Glasses. He wears glasses. He drives a
lot of people.
I know.
When he drives a what?
He came on the Clutch Kickers.
Glasses and drives. Glasses and drives.
He came to Utah. He's boys with Chelsea.
What's he drive?
He's an instructor. Stop.
Chelsea?
Murrin.
Oh yeah. Reese Marin.
Reese.
Yeah, Reese came in.
Colombian.
Yeah, exactly. So when he came on the live stream and Clutch Kickers, he talked. He knows Sean. He came down. And he's like, yeah, I never really thought anything. And he came down here, and Chelsea's like, hey, listen, these guys are good.
Yeah.
And it was like, but you didn't know until you came down here.
Mm-hmm.
But now with DriftHQ, guys like Salvio and it's good. It's really good.
Call me Savio.
Did I?
You keep on calling him.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hey,
Thank
don't.
you.
You
we make
really?
fun of him
Thank
for
you.
it. If it makes anything to you.
This is great.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is great.
Yeah,
I thought it said Saw.
This
You
is
say,
phenomenal.
yeah. I'm glad he could tell you to your face
Yeah,
because we've
no.
been telling you for a while. Like, dude, you're not saying his name right.
all the time.
You just
Hey, it's better than
But-
Fabio. I got a lot of Fabio.
No,
I
Savio.
have customers that I go in 3 weeks project, and then right in the end, I'm like, yeah, by the way, I'm Savio. It was a pleasure.
yeah.
But then again, you're talking to the guy that I literally called. There's two people down here, Shane and Emil.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, right? They didn't look anything alike. They were other than being the same color.
Oh gosh.
But I called Emil Shaka Shane for 2 years. 2 years going to events. Like, yo, Shaka Shane, what's up? He's like, my name's Emil. I didn't hear him. 2 years I called him. So I apologize.
Yeah. It's been.
That's one of the hardest things announcing has been for me.
Is trying to remember names.
Trying to make sure I say them right. Because my head thinks one thing, when my lips do is something different.
Yeah, well, Savio.
Imagine trying
This
to
is what you always say.
in English, in Portuguese, and let it out in English. Again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably bad.
You're saying Savio.
It's the rum. It's the
or
rum.
you're saying like savvy, like really, like a really hard A.
Yes,
Savio. Like Sav.
It doesn't matter what I do. If I say it right, I'm still saying it wrong.
Yeah. No, it's
It's one of
we
the
harp
like,
on him for
Mr.
it.
Silva.
It's one of the longest debates for the longest time.
Mr. Silva.
Because like Paul's been on you about
Oh,
this
yeah.
for
He's
the
like,
longest
I'm like,
time.
no, I don't.
And Tim was like, no.
I'm glad you hear it from the source, so that's good.
Yeah. It was one of the things I was going to bring up, so I'm glad he...
It's the rum's fault. I'm gonna take another shot.
Oh my god.
Really?
Oh.
Just one more. This is
Chase it with the sausage.
Yeah, the sausage will help.
Okay. All right.
And then
You gonna try?
Once you're done, take this.
Oh, I do not. I'm good.
I will put this one in the middle here, so everybody.
Yeah,
goes.
that's good.
feast.
All
right.
Well,
Sausage chaser.
sausage chaser.
You don't see this every day. Salute.
Salute.
That's different.
A sausage chaser. Oh man, that is unbelievable.
From the series itself, from the start, from you when you started competing, what is something that has stood out to you that you've learned competing with all these other, professionals, top dogs, something that you've learned or that you've progressed in yourself to be a better driver?
Commitment.
Okay.
Commitment, yeah. You see you grew up seeing this pro drivers and this drivers competing and this and that and going to big events. And the commitment, when you're driving, you got to have full commitment as a lead driver and as a chase driver. So I've always tried to inspire myself and a lot of, wild drivers. The commitment on throttle commitment, the commitment on tossing the car and sticking and holding and going in a chase and you hoping for the best, but you're there. So I definitely got commitment from that. Like, you don't see new drivers doing what they do. And as you go in there and you're trying to drive with them, you learn. You know what I mean? It's a process of learning. And commitment was definitely a learning thing for me, because you don't want to just run into somebody and damage the car. But at the same time, if somebody makes a little correction in front of you and you stop yourself and you make a bigger correction because they made a correction instead of you just going and running into them, then you lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to have, you throw it and that's it. You just got to have a good team to help you get back on track, kind of deal. So commitment has definitely been something that I picked up from a lot of the pro drivers, and it's commitment on everything. It's on the program, it's on the driving, it's coming in from a smoke that you don't drive, do you? No, right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
here,
I
you
don't.
haven't driven.
I
You haven't driven.
yeah, let's just keep it like that.
No,
So,
no, wait, hold on a second.
You're coming in full throttle and you see nothing but smoke, and you're hoping that your brain memory, your muscle memory remembers when he's gonna switch back, because you're blind and you can't hesitate. Once you hear the engine goes off, you switch, and when you hear it coming back, you go right back at it again on your car. Otherwise, they transition, they go, and you stay behind. That's commitment. You're blindly transitioning and just going back in the gas, hoping that the guy in front of you is doing the same thing you are. Otherwise, he goes and you stay, and then that's it.
Kind of reminds me of Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Tim.
No, you're absolutely right. I just think about Ben.
Ben
Oh,
taught,
no.
Ben taught both of us.
Yeah, he taught me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking
He's the secret.
Oh, okay.
He's the
This is the
secret. He's the
person
secret.
that-
I've never seen you drive.
He never.
he
I've seen
never.
you.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of you. I've seen you doing donuts in your car. I've
Yeah.
seen you drive, but I've never seen him.
So he's never owned a drift car ever. He every seat time he has is from other people driving other people's cars.
But Ben
Yes,
is a very smart guy.
he taught me.
He can see it,
Him and Juan
and he
Hal.
can say, you should do this, you should do that, you should do that. If you do this, this, and that.
Right.
Science says that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Science says that if you do this, it's going to work out. You listen, you do it, it works out.
Yeah. No,
Very
you,
naturally, yeah.
we would used to, because we would run events like every week, and we would have the skid pad open and be like watching this kid go out there and first in his car spin out. And then we're like, all of a sudden he starts linking the track all over the place. What
Like,
the
oh, he
hell?
finally got it.
He finally got it. And then we come, the guy
Ben's
comes
in the driver's seat. teaching.
Ben's driving, of course. So it's like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
kid didn't learn anything. But no, it's definitely progressed a lot nowadays. Like, there's a lot. I mean, the drifting is way better than it was when we were.
Oh, the
started.
scene?
Yeah, it's. I mean, the people too, the skill. Like when I did that private day the other day, I mean, all these guys are killing it around that skid pad. You know, and going back to when we were, you know,
Yeah,
coming
everybody
up.
feel.
But I'll tell you this, like from my personal experience, is it's very evident when you go to like a Clutch Kickers event and you go over to another event, and that's where the skill level is, to me, is most evident, because you see the skill level at Clutch Kickers and it's pretty, you know, it's up there. It's, you know, there are some like they're still kind of like they're getting it, but for the most part it's pretty consistent. But it's only when you actually go to another event
That you see it, that you realize.
realize that it's like, oh, like Clutch Kickers is just like up there.
All right, so questions to you two.
Okay.
You guys went to Hollyfest, right?
Yeah.
Explain right now.
Explain what?
Elaborate right now what you just said right now. The
Yeah.
difference between Clutch Kickers and there. What did you see?
Okay. So I'll tell you this. It was a bit different.
It was a totally different venue. So
it was a bit different in the sense that it was different in the sense that we saw it not throughout the whole field, but in the sense that you saw it within a group of competitors and another group of competitors.
yes.
So,
So you
for
saw
instance,
your Clutch Kickers guys, and you saw people we didn't know.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
right. So for me, it was sort of like, okay, well, you see the Clutch Kicker guys like Jonathan Aaron, Josh McGuire, Dirk Stratton, all of these guys.
Pro guys.
Yeah, pro
pro
guys.
guys.
Well, not even pro guys.
The pro guys.
He's drove before Nicholas Rodriguez.
Nicholas
Yes,
Rodriguez
yes,
was
yes.
got really high in the
J-Rock.
He
J-Rock.
freaking killed it.
Yeah,
But anyways, go ahead.
Right.
E36.
Insane.
Yeah.
V8.
Drift rod.
Yeah,
Drift rod, yeah.
See, the thing is for me, like I'm trying to be careful because, like, the other event that I went to, that I saw the skill level was like not up there, and it was just, I just don't want to bring it out because I don't want to just run the risk of insulting everybody or anything like that. But just going to Holly LS Fest, just centering on that, is that when you look at the the top 4, it was, or like getting to the finals, the majority consisted of like Clutch Seekers competitors.
We're there.
That were competing. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know what you'd attribute it to. Maybe it's the fact that they're seasoned drivers that have been battling one another in the series that has helped to progress them a lot faster compared to others, or maybe they're just they're more seasoned veterans that are just pushing themselves, hitting up other events, and it just so happens that they're going into it with a lot more skill level compared to some of the other guys that, for some, I think there was like 1 or 2. It was like the first actual drift competition.
Okay. Like Huddy Dempster, was it? No, who was it with the black FRS?
Black FRS.
I forget his name.
It was.
I forget his name.
I just remember the accent.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you that.
I would like to know that. Tell me that story after.
No, he told you.
Cole Richards.
Yeah, Cole Richards. That's right. Cole Richards. But anyhow,
Yeah, I see it. I heard a little bit of the accent.
Yeah.
So,
my takeaway from comparison from Holly to Clutch Kickers is kind of hard because, as you mentioned, it's not the same. Because one, judges there's no instant replay. It's all first impression judging. As you know, first impression judging is very difficult.
Very.
Because whoever makes the biggest impact on you usually is going to walk away with the win. Doesn't matter if he shallowed out first outer zone. If he threw it on the door of the guy he was chasing.
He gave you the wow factor.
Yes.
He's your guy. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. Absolutely right. So I know I can see some of the frustration of some of the judges, but it wasn't a series. It was more of a demo competition. And Zach and Webb, and Nick as well, didn't have the control they probably would have liked to have. Like they have to adhere to a schedule where other things affect that schedule. And if the other things are still going on, you got to wait. And that frustrates you because, the driver's getting frustrated.
Yep.
So it's really hard to compare the two because one is, I will tell you, the Holly crew, over 60,000 people.
Holy moly.
Over 60,000 people between.
I mean, Holly covers everything too.
Yes.
So you're talking about
you're bringing a wide audience.
Insane. So what they're able to do in that, and it seems big when there's nobody there, but it packs out quick. So you had cars, you had vendors, you had drag racing, road racing, rally, off-road racing.
The cool thing they said about the whole thing is that you can watch drifting right here and literally do a 360 or do a 180 and literally watch the drag. You don't have to move.
So yeah, I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, no,
the drag strip is backed up to that oval. Is it an oval?
Yeah,
it's kind of an oval, slight bank. It doesn't look like it unless you walk it.
I'm gonna put it to my schedule next year. Smoke that it will be there. And I'll call Nick Swan and see if we can feed the crowd. Not the crowd, but the drivers there.
Yeah.
Wherever I go, Smoke Daddy will go too.
Yeah.
So
well, Cava Cardozo was there.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, a lot of the drivers were there, and we got to meet some new drivers that we never had an opportunity to meet and be able to just say, "Hey, listen, we need information because we never met you before, right?" But like Ben wasn't Ben Hobson. It was Naren was there, right? I think you mentioned that already.
Yeah.
But to be able to get the information and just meet these drivers that we may have only ever thought we'd ever see online was great. To be able to put the name and the face together is awesome.
It's good. Yeah. It's good to travel around the country.
Yeah.
And because we see it online, and when you actually get to see them and see them drive and get to know them, because you can pick up someone's personality quick like this.
Yes.
Very quick. Yeah. Like have you guys been to the Gambler, New Jersey?
No.
You guys should. Yes. Very down to earth. Chris Knapp, his dad shreds the 1 Series with the 2J
really?
and oh my gosh. Yeah. Mr. Knapp. Yeah, so you guys should definitely go up there. It's a very good crowd too. Very talented drivers and a great venue, bro. Nice. From the stadium track to the road course.
Insane.
Oh yeah, really nice.
One of these days. It's hard. Clutch Kickers keeps us busy. We did Holly, LS Fest, and
next year.
Just with the show. Next year.
Next year, you should put it in your schedule.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Hyperfest. How about Hyperfest? You guys going to Hyperfest?
No.
You have to go to Hyperfest. You got to fill in your schedule.
Yeah.
You got to fill in your schedule.
Yeah, we're doing. We're gonna live stream the Black Friday.
Black Friday.
We're gonna live stream Black Friday.
I think I'll be there. I'll probably bring a couple cars so I can drive all weekend.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yeah, I'll be driving. Gabby should be driving.
You're gonna
You
drive?
driving?
Yeah, I'm driving. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just got to swap my motor.
That's a month away. We're a month away.
Yeah, I know. The car's not even. The car's at my parents' house.
Yeah, I
He hasn't even got over his house yet. He has to take the
On
motor.
the trailer.
Yeah, it's on the trailer, and the other motor and transmission is still in the other car. So he has to take a motor and transmission out of one car.
You get it done. You get it
Out of
done.
a Volvo.
Right, Paul? You got it done?
Yeah,
You
I
got
got
it
it
done?
done. Yeah, I'm gonna get it done. He doesn't believe.
Because it's I'll believe when I say it.
Yeah, okay.
Prove me wrong. I'm all about that. Prove me
Ooh, I
wrong.
like that.
Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Prove me
I'll be
right.
done before
You're not gonna hear
yours
the
is.
end of it.
Whatever.
We are in the long. We're breaking records right now.
Oh, we are.
That's what I said.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
we're
want
breaking
to wrap
records.
it
I
up?
mean, we can call it whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah.
I can talk for days. I told them, I was like, I'm going to start sweating. I need a towel. I'm going to get hot. But it's good. I like
No,
it. I like it.
we're AC guys. We keep
Look,
you. We got you covered. On
I
that.
get a little shy because of my English. Sometimes my English is very.
No, you're
it
good.
gets a little.
I don't notice.
It's
Yeah, I didn't
off
notice
or
anything.
my words, so I get a little. But I'm feeling good. Yeah, I think it's this.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
this stuff will
probably the CBD.
will change
Yeah.
life. I can
It's the
only
CBD.
imagine.
Yeah.
I would like to see this stuff in him.
Oh,
One
no.
beer
No, no,
gets
no.
him set off.
He doesn't
One beer
take
gets him set
alcohol
off.
well.
No, we gotta get you
And
home.
it's hilarious. It's the most
Yeah?
fun I ever have. Like I could just sit
So, all right.
and just sit back and watch and just laugh.
I'm
gave him
gonna
a beer
do
once.
something on the last round of clutch kickers.
Oh,
I've been
boy.
planning. It's on the last round. Hopefully, I can leave podium to go grill. But if I don't leave podium to go grill, after the event is done, did you guys catch that? I hope you guys caught it.
Yeah, we got
I
it.
got
All
it.
right, good,
I got
good,
it.
good. So if I don't leave podium, but I want to do is I'm gonna put aside a good amount of steaks that I'm gonna grill with a couple coolers of alcoholic drinks,
Yeah.
and just kind of do a whole like barbecue celebrate. Whoever stays behind, everyone leaves.
Yeah, yeah.
But as soon as it's over, everyone just come to the Smoke Daddy tent, and we're just gonna have drinks and steaks
cool.
grilling and a couple
Yeah, because
hours.
we've been
yeah.
trying to figure out. Well, hey, where are we gonna do because we used to have
After party.
we used to have
so
the island
on
but-
the last round,
that.
I mean, if everyone sticks around, I want to do it. I have reserved already the funds for it on the side
Yeah.
to do it. So I'm gonna bring drinks, steaks, and then some music, and we're just gonna hang around the Smoke Daddy DriftHQ area.
Sweet.
And
Play some salsa. I've been doing salsa lessons. My
I don't
wife.
miss salsa. We don't listen to salsa. Sorry.
What?
Yeah.
I'm playing. I'm
gonna
playing
dance-
with
I'm
everything.
not dancing salsa with
We're
you.
talking Brazilians
listen to
dance
everything,
salsa.
Sam.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but so I guess after we wrap
And then
up the show,
we'll get you. Sorry, we'll get you tipsy there.
Oh, boy.
There you go.
you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just like,
he just needs a megaphone and then
the
he's
Let's
megaphone.
go.
Yeah.
I'll get your megaphone. Not a problem.
it's like when you get older, typically you drink, you kind of calm down. He's still, when he drinks,
He
he's
lets
like a
loose.
13-year-old.
he turns into
Let's lose. Yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. There you
Hilarious.
go.
We gotta make sure the cameras are off.
yeah.
I'll save.
No,
the
camera's
rest.
on.
You can drink there. I'm gonna save the rest of this.
Nobody,
You
you
can
don't
drink there.
understand. He only needs
One.
one.
Yeah, this one would.
Like the whiff. Maybe I think he's feeling a little tipsy now, just smelling it.
No, I just keep thinking back how I gotta be careful with this guy. Because he'll just hand me stuff and he'll be like, "Oh, try this. It's
Hey,
good."
dude,
I'm
try
like,
this.
He handed him a cider and he was like, "Woo!"
Oh, he had two ciders. I was like, here, take the mic. And then Chris is like, what'd you give Ben alcohol and a microphone for? Jackson was so mad at USDC. I was like, it's great. This is
Can't handle both.
amazing.
You can't handle both.
Oh, that's funny. I guess so. I guess we got to wrap it up because you
Yeah.
said,
Well, it's getting late. I know you guys got a drive. You got a long drive.
Yeah, you do have a long
I don't
drive.
want-
Another 2-hour drive. It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But like I said, you can
Just
still
vibing.
crash for a few
No,
hours.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I gotta.
Your girl's locked into that show with my wife.
Yeah,
yeah, they're
that's
locked
good.
in. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool. They're Puerto Ricans, right?
Oh,
They get
they're-
along?
Alexis-
Yeah.
oh, I didn't
She's
know.
Puerto
Yeah,
Rican.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
there, bro.
There you go.
She
Family.
moved here too when she was what 12, 13 years old.
Oh, family.
There you go.
Yeah, legit. It's not one of.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't say it because I don't want to. It's not one of those. I'm Puerto Rican, but my cousin's grandfather, wife,
Yeah.
cousin, nephew married a Puerto Rican, and that makes me a Puerto Rican.
No, she was on the island. She was on the island. That's
Nah,
good.
she's from the island.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
she's
Good
dad
deal.
from the island. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. So it was definitely awesome being here with you guys. I appreciate it.
Oh
It
yeah,
was a
thank you for
good
cooking
time.
for us.
Much better than
Yeah.
having
And,
you
I
like
mean,
on Zoom.
if you guys are down, next year around the same time, we could do it again.
Absolutely.
Let's come back.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
fun. You guys are only 2 hours away, man. And you live right in a section. Like you're right
Yeah,
on
you can hop
75
right-
and
yeah.
595,
Yeah,
bro. You can't
careful,
It's
careful,
easy.
yeah.
It's easy.
Sorry,
Yeah, it's
75
all right.
and 35.
It's easy. It's
75.
easy.
No, but you can't. No. Even if I say 75,
Yeah.
595, you
That-
can't
you
get
can't,
to this
yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah.
I got lost twice. I thought I was lost twice.
Yeah.
"Well, that's good. Okay, all
Yeah,
right."
I
that
thought I was
works.
lost twice.
Yeah,
The way,
you-
yeah.
yeah,
So
that's all
yeah.
right.
Don't worry, guys. You won't be able to find it next time. But if you do want to know which one, it has blue eyes in front of it.
Yeah.
On the E30.
E30.
Yeah,
It has
find the
blue
E30
eyes.
with the little googly eyes.
Much fun.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, sign us off.
All right.
Well, is there anything you wanted to say before we go?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you guys
people
sign
to
us out.
thank.
No, I mean, I'm just my team. My team and DriftHQ has been definitely a big thing in my life on drifting, and everyone in the community. I just hope that everyone keeps the same vibe and same energy, and we can grow together because the sport is definitely growing. If it's not the most growing sport right now, motorsport right now, it's very close to. So as long as we can keep growing healthily and can keep having the fun events and keep helping each other and growing the way we are growing and not change much about it, I'm happy. That's all. I'm good.
Cool. Good with that. So where people could find you?
Yeah. Savio.hq.
You have a YouTube?
YouTube, I do not. No.
Okay.
Sometimes I
That's
have
hard.
Savio's knows best out of the DriftHQ episodes.
Okay.
I just go in, I go wild with some creativity of what the car is.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, but just DriftHQ, DriftHQ.com. We have our parts. You buy in there, you're supporting the driver, you're supporting us.
Yeah.
And definitely, anything you guys need, we have it.
Yeah.
All right.
Either online or in the track.
There you go.
Yeah, indeed. Can't thank you enough. You've really gone above and beyond, not only being a part
This is
of
the best guest
this
we've ever
episode.
had.
Yeah.
The best, yes.
So far.
No, he freak cooked for
I
us.
don't
And
think
he has
there's
alcohol.
anybody else. Yeah, I don't think
And
there's
it's
anybody
gonna
else
take a lot
topping
to
this.
top. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're like whipped cream. You're like the ultimate topper.
I'm happy you guys enjoyed it. It was
Yeah,
fun.
it
It was
was
definitely a
great.
fun time.
All right. Folks, thank you for tuning in. We won't be here next week. Maybe 2 weeks from now, hopefully.
from now, yeah.
2 weeks from now, should be good. So remind you folks, tune in for the Clutch
Catch us,
Kickers round 4.
next week.
Next
And-
week happening Friday, October 21st through the 23rd. Yeah, through the 23rd. So be sure to
3
check
weeks
that
after,
out.
right? Yeah.
Baldeagle.com.
Yeah, 3. No, it's
It's going to happen. It's going to be great. So I hope you enjoyed the show and hope to see you next time. Take care. Good night.
you guys should do a